crazy. That's exactly what happened yesterday. I was like, nah, don't be none of this.
Yeah.
Remember we used to get down that low post and crouch down with them? Nah, I don't need none of that.
Nope.
I don't even need to feel that lady.
Yo. We are back up. I don't know what he just did.
That is crazy. Wow. I never thought of using that drop like that.
Come on down to The Price is Right.
This sound like
that's the game show.
That or alternate Seinfeld music.
That's crazy.
Alternate Seinfeld music.
Yeah,
that's good too.
That sound like the commercial break for Seinfeld. Like some shit happened.
All right, you just out here bugging.
Man,
You just out here.
wow. He's like, no.
All right, so
Wow.
let's get into it, man. Let me go ahead, man. You are watching Clicked Up the podcast, man, and we're just. It's been a couple of weeks, man. You know, life's been life and things
Boy,
been going on.
howdy.
But your boy King Bogus is in the building, man. Let's show some love for that.
Niner.
Kel Denise will be in the building a little later.
Mm-hmm.
Life is still life for a lot of the cast, but our boy is in the building. He's not on cam. I should put him on cam, but we're not. Your boy Henny some Beats is in here, man. The married man.
Hey.
Yeah, messed around, got married on us.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. He had to lock it down.
Hey.
He's a smart man.
Yep.
He breaking out of these Savannah streets.
That's what I'm saying. Hey. It takes a lot of courage to do
Right.
that, man.
It ain't for the weak of heart.
Big ups. Big ups, for real.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
man. Especially, man. He's a homeowner, father,
Husband. He done checked all the boxes.
Right.
If this was Sims,
Oh, yeah.
he'd be New Game Plusin right now.
Look, he did it so good. Women gonna be auditioning to cheat with him. Like, I gotta ruin this.
See, you're gonna make Anna drop down from the ceiling on
I don't doubt it.
He's a threat.
You know, they
You
just,
had the splinter cell, the green goggles.
they just break your neck and just go shh.
What are you? It's over. I can't.
Yeah, he's dead. There's no he's in no danger of making another sound. Yeah, no, but man, congratulations for real, man. I went to the wedding. It was the first time I was ever in a wedding, and I got to be like one of the best men type situation.
Nice.
Yeah, man. It choked up a little bit, man. It got choked up. They did it right. It was like they did it right. The whole ceremony was right.
That's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was so upset. I mean, I had some pretty heavy stuff going on.
Yeah, for sure.
I was really upset I couldn't make it, man. For real.
We was drinking in the back of the church.
See,
Oh,
that's the only time you can do that.
Yeah, we was just
That's
drinking.
it. You can turn up in the church,
Yeah. Henny came back there and took a couple swigs. You know what I'm saying?
right?
It was right. It was. I wasn't mad
That's
at
it,
all.
man. That's what's up,
as
though.
long as it was Henny.
Hey.
Was it though? It wasn't. I don't think it was.
Nah, it wasn't him. It'd be too much fighting. People of color in Hennessy? No.
Yeah.
You gotta mix it up, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a good time. Then, as you know, what I'm saying, we went back to the spot and Henny went right back to hood shit and fed us glizzies.
Damn.
Listen, I cooked everything.
I mean, he
All
did
right.
cook everything, and the other stuff he cooked was fantastic.
All right, look,
cooked
I'm gonna
your
leave.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave
Wow.
if y'all keep on. That's crazy. Get fed
you made
up.
something else too, though, didn't you?
Burgers?
Didn't you make ribs or something? Like
Yeah, I did make ribs.
that? Yeah, the ribs was bomb.
Ribs?
Yeah, it did.
The only thing Job remembers is the glizzies, though.
Yeah, because I was shocked
Interesting.
because it was a foot long. It wasn't a hot dog.
All right.
It was a foot long, bro.
All right, bro.
Call me a liar. That was a glizzy.
call
That
me
wasn't
a
a hot
glizzy.
dog, bro.
You served people foot long glizzies?
I'm telling you, bro. That's why he's not
At a
looking
wedding.
at you.
Like like cigars?
Yes. Like, I think it was, I think it was cooking stogies.
And then didn't he say the bun was small?
Had the cutter.
Yeah, it had the little cutter. Yo.
Smooth.
Yo, I was like, I ain't never seen this shit before in real life. He was like,
Hey.
yo, Costco. I was like,
I ain't gonna lie, this shit, the Costco hot dogs be so funny because if you get them and you don't know, like you can tell when somebody has just got their membership because they never get the buns there too. So it'd be the regular buns
Yes.
just getting dominated by a hot dog.
Yeah.
You'd be like, all right, man. Look,
very, very much BDSM.
like nigga, just cut them in half, bro. It's okay.
That's what we did. We had to cut them and make 2 out of them.
See, hey,
I was like, yo.
Costco would serve a whole, feed a whole family, feed a whole village. Shit,
Yeah,
$40. You in there?
Yeah,
That's
man.
funny.
I'll turn it into a commercial. We want our money. Yo, but let's talk about it, man. Y'all was talking about it right before we got off. Right before we got on, yo. Got off is crazy. Paul,
I mean,
I'm so sorry.
Glizzy's got all, I mean,
The Glizzy has got everything discombobulated.
it's crazy.
Yo, we got to talk about it. It's all over the news. I don't know why this is premier news, but it is.
I know why.
Your boy Diddy. And boy Diddy. Like, yo, I don't have the most progressive stance on everything. I want to be real. You know what I'm saying? Because you could get on here and you could talk about, like, you could use all the talking points that you're supposed to use in order to sound like you're on the right side of the issue.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not. I feel like there's too many angles to the right side of the issue. You feel me? Y'all call my man. These are RICO charges.
Yeah.
RICO.
Yeah.
RICO.
Freako.
This has been Clicked Up the Podcast. We're just gonna sign off.
Freako.
They tried to hit me with the Freako.
Oh my god.
Yo, RICO is like Nicky Barnes level. That's what I always thought of it. Whenever you heard RICO when I was a kid, it was like Kingpin level work.
Yeah.
Like, you know, ultimate, like final boss.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like epic, lifelong. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude is like terrorizing a
Yes.
El Chapo.
Yes.
Like have villages that produce your work. You see what I'm saying? I don't see how Diddy.
You don't.
I don't see how Diddy.
Okay. Let's just say.
They're a very liberal. And I'm gonna give it to you. It's a very liberal take, like on RICO for this to stick.
I disagree, man.
I like. Go ahead. I hear this.
I just want to say, this man Diddy has had altercations with everyone in the top 3 of hip hop that we assumed to be the big 3 before the whole scuffle, right? Okay. We heard about Drake getting slapped up. Do we remember this?
No, I don't actually.
Drake got slapped up, had to wear a sling after because of the trophies. It was either trophies or it was one of them freestyle songs he did, but it was a song he was supposed to have with Diddy. Diddy met him outside the club.
Was it 0 to 100?
No. That was the joke. Whenever it happened, they was like, that boy got slapped and he did not go 0 to 100.
Oh wow!
So what happened was they was at an event. Diddy saw Drake there, said, "Yo, we got to talk." They went outside. Diddy had his people with him, slapped up Drake, and then they went back inside and partied. Nobody was supposed to say anything, but I think it was Rick Ross's DJ or it might have been 50 Cent's DJ. It was somebody's DJ was there and tweeted about it anyway. And then that's how the whole incident got out. Drake was walking around with a sling and shit. It was crazy, bro. Then you hear about Diddy trying to put hands on Kendrick and J. Cole stepping in, right?
No, I ain't hear
And
about
J. Cole.
J. Cole put hands on Diddy, yeah.
I did hear about that, yeah.
Yeah, so this is after Kid Cudi's car gets bombed by Diddy. And it's common knowledge because there was court documents about it because he had to file. His car got blown up. Okay. So J. Cole stopped riding in the car after that. You only see J. Cole in a fucking bike. Mm-hmm. And these are things that we've seen and joked about. Okay. This is all things that have come through the zeitgeist and we've Diddy's so crazy. Look, when Suge Knight went on stage, and let me preface this by saying, Death Row Records, we could say Death Row Records had like gangsters on it, right? You know, Snoop Dogg, regardless of where he's at now, you know, he beat a whole murder charge, all this shit, right? Like it's niggas who can handle themselves, right? We could agree on that. When Suge Knight went up there, I think it was the Source Awards, and said, if you don't want your producer dancing all in your videos, singing all on the track, talking over you, come over to Death Row Records as a clear diss to Diddy. Snoop and there's a few other members of Death Row, because they did the documentary on him, said that was the moment they knew they couldn't fuck with Suge Knight no more. And they knew that Diddy was king of New York. Because at any moment, he could have just, this is what Snoop said, at any moment, he could have just, and they would have locked the doors and killed them niggas. And he was like, and Suge put us in the worst situation ever. Because we out there from the West Coast, and you popping off. And Diddy was just sitting there laughing, and everyone was looking at him like, what's up? What we got? He's like, oh, no, it's okay. Like, this is common knowledge. This nigga dangled, who was he dangled out the fucking window? He did that too. Suge, I know Suge did it, but Diddy did it too.
I didn't know Diddy did it. Because Suge did it to
Vanilla
Ice, yeah.
But Diddy did it with
you didn't know that?
I don't think I knew that.
No, no.
Was it Fab? No, it wasn't Fab.
Yeah,
Damn.
Ice, like,
It was somebody
talks about it.
No, somebody Wale. It was Wale. That's what it was. So
Crazy.
Wale was about to do a track with Cassie, right? Diddy wasn't fucking with that. Showed up with his people and had his people dangle Wale out of the window. When Wale got back up, dipped out. And the guy who was the engineer was talking about it. There was an article about it, and it just
washed away.
I'm telling you, bruh, like, yes, racketeering. Like, whenever you hear about them going to these hotels and having these escorts come through and all that shit, he buys the security footage. Like, there's certain things that he's checking boxes on for it to be I'm sorry, like, I know. I know. The nigga produced Flavor in Your Ear. How could he do wrong? Right? But weren't we all
He gave us hypnotized.
Right? Weren't we all just agreeing that he had something to do with Biggie getting killed? Okay. Out in Cali. Okay. So why is it so crazy that this nigga got a RICO charge
I don't think it's crazy.
as like a billionaire?
I think it's just watching it
Yeah.
unfold like this is just I don't know.
You can look. The reason I don't have remorse for these niggas is because as a black man, you're supposed to know better. You do not get the same rights. You're not afforded the same shit as these.
But if you've been, so if you're right though, if you've been on this type of time for that long, what doesn't inform you that you not like that?
This moment right here.
But every day before this never said
the
this day
thing
was
that
coming.
triggered this whole, because here's my thing. I'm not going to just say that this happened to Diddy because he was sloppy. This happened to Diddy because he felt like he was one of them ones, right? And when he wasn't getting his just due, he sued the company that helped with Ciroc.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that's $1 billion company. That's old money over there. And I think they were a European company too. So I'm pretty sure the cabal got together and said, look, whose pet is this nigga? Which one of y'all, look, you got to find another one because he disrespected
put this one down.
He disrespected the family.
There
And
was
I won't
also,
stand for it.
There was also something that went around saying that he was trying to buy NBC or something like that.
Oh yeah. So the whole reason this is happening, okay, because I want y'all to understand this. Okay. Diddy, Tory Lanez, Chris Brown, and I think Bill Cosby, if I'm not mistaken, we're all getting together to buy Comcast, NBC Universal. Okay. But when the Pope died, all right, Rock Nation decided to grab Meg the Stallion. All right. And put her in protective custody.
This nigga is.
So when I don't know why people are laughing. See, this is why you niggas asleep right now. All right, everything's a joke.
Good night, bro. Calm the fuck on, yo.
See, y'all don't even see it. I've been seeing this with my fourth eye. Okay,
Yo,
'Cause
pineal
y'all
gland,
y'all
bro.
only reached the third. Y'all only reached the third. It's crazy. Y'all stuck in the
Yo.
Matrix and think you outside of it.
Big foe.
Big
no.
foe, Shout out to Flaugier, big foe.
You had me for like a hot
Yeah,
second,
he was
bro.
like-
I was in two.
I was like,
No,
Whoa.
it did kind of go left. I just wouldn't
Right,
expect
right. I was like, all right,
connect
bro.
all the dots like that. I didn't
yeah.
expect that. Nah,
Yeah, yo,
I'm
you're
listening,
weak.
bro. I'm
Your
listening.
turn
though.
was too
Yeah,
short,
he's
man.
like,
You didn't,
wait,
you didn't
what?
fold. I was like, oh, okay, wait.
You didn't break. You didn't break while you were turning, bro. You just let
Right.
it. You just turned.
You see how you can get motherfuckers in there just by speaking convincingly? Yeah, that's what you niggas is dealing with right now.
Yes.
That's so funny.
But for real, it's like I'm sitting here watching like this Diddy shit go down, and motherfuckers is like, well, he was just a freaky ass nigga. He wasn't. Rico's kind of harsh, bro. He's freaky because he has all that power.
Really?
Powerful niggas is freaky.
Broke niggas is freaky too.
No. Broke niggas is horny. Okay. Powerful niggas is freaky. All right. Powerful niggas show up in a leather zip up suit and a tarp. I'm gonna do what you want with my body.
Damn.
Paying for that shit. Top dollar. Paying the baddest bitch you ever seen $50,000 to shit and piss on him.
Just disrespect them.
Right? You probably put goggles on so he don't get sick.
Wow.
I can't afford pig.
Like if you ever really dove into like the shit they found out that congressmen are into, because some of them really got indicted on charges. You know what I'm saying? And
You know what they say about Congress people whenever they be having those conventions?
bruh.
The what is that? What's that? Grinder app, whatever.
Yeah, grinder spikes.
Spikes every
That
time.
means it goes.
every time Republicans come into town.
Yep. They be tearing ass up.
The
They
gay
be,
sex just goes out the
they be tearing boy ass up out here, man.
Wow.
Yep. And they the main ones like, oh well, gay sex is immoral.
They be the main ones telling you you're going to hell
But
Wow.
because they they need company.
yep, they need company. But nah, man, I don't know. Like I'm watching all this shit, and it's really my true conspiracy is that this is all Russian propaganda.
Russian?
I mean, there's
Because if you're like, you think of America, we're not like monochromatic. I'll just use that term. Everywhere else has like a central like race, ideology, all that. That's what the main thing like racist white people be talking about. There's no Central American identity anymore. There never was. Get over it. Now, we've got blacks, Hispanics, Asians, whites, all in one country. Asians include like Arab, Indian, all that.
and indigenous people.
And indigenous. So, yeah, indigenous as well. They have been doing a calculated like attack on everybody. Okay? I mean, from the immigrants, or like I'll say the Hispanics and the Latinos, it's like, I mean, I'm watching deported, getting sent to camps. I'm watching that like ICE is on the hunt for these niggas right now.
yeah.
Like this is and the
Gestapo type shit.
and the whole understanding is that, well, they're illegal people. That's the whole propaganda that's pushed on them. Now, our whole thing is we're in tune with media. We push the culture. All right. So what if I start a coordinated attack on black men and black women to where I got some real shit going on over here. We're sending bombs over to Israel to bomb Palestinians. I need them talking about Chris Brown done beat up another woman. I need them talking about Halle pregnant by DDG. I need them talking about who
do you
paying for the meal and that's what takes like the Twitter conversations. That's like the main conversation app. You know what I'm saying? We're not out there, and we're the main force whenever there's wrongs. We're the main force to get out there and say something like, hey, this shit ain't flying. Nah, we got to do something. We not doing shit till y'all do something about this.
Right.
But if you have all of us distracted and worrying about our own shit, we can't see the bigger picture. And that's been happening for years. And especially now, there was a Republican congressman, Anna Luna.
Yeah,
right?
Florida.
Now, Anna Paulina Luna. Now, this woman did the same thing George Santos did. Okay. Bar for bar. Claimed she was Jewish, not Jewish. Says she had a rich Hispanic heritage. Her family's like, she just changed her last name to Luna, like right before she started doing this. Okay. Lied on everything else to get to where she is. Her constituents are even in her district like, look, we got to get her out. She's not doing anything for us. Every major thing she's come out and said, like, oh, we're going to be releasing the Epstein files. She had something to say about that. That's her. She says, oh, I got important evidence on this Tory Lanez case. Before I say this, every congressman is bought in one way or another.
Yeah, that's not an argument.
But there is one party in our government right now that is, I'd say, 100% bought by Russians. Because there's no way that we flipped on the Ukraine war. There's no way that we are continuing to fund Israel after they tried to spin Democrats as being evil when everyone had been funding Israel. There is a huge propaganda problem in America. And everyone thinks they know everything. And it's like, okay, well, to me, I just got to sit back and let it happen.
Because it's
Even the president is
but check it out though, like, and everywhere but Clicked Up the podcast.
Get your real shit here.
You know what I mean? Like the propaganda sphere has been democratized. Everybody gets to participate in it. You see what I'm saying? So, like, you remember the two black chicks that got on when Trump was in office the first time, throwing that, you know what I'm saying, that Trump propaganda out there. He put them on. You feel what I'm saying?
Can I say, just to respond to that real quick before I forget down the road?
Yeah.
That's Russian propaganda too. Anything with Trump.
No, I'm not. I'm not arguing against it.
Oh, okay.
I'm expanding on it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, but that's part of the lure, right? Russian propaganda come with money. All propaganda come with money.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh my God, it's KD. I can't believe it. Yeah, she showed up with that blanket, man. She almost broke my neck stepping on the headphone cord. It's crazy. No excuse me, no sorry, no nothing.
No, because you already talked.
It's a cold world.
That's what you said. Hi, guys.
Hey there. You're...
All right. You gotta zoom in on that a little bit?
There's a woman in the room now.
Right, the conversation's gonna...
All right, guys. Let's stop talking about what we were talking about.
Hold on, raise your camera up a little bit.
Who, me?
Yeah, yours.
No, I don't like 5 miles of shit above my head, bro.
Nah, your head is cut off.
Oh, there you go.
Come on, Wizard Kelly.
Hey, y'all.
All right, y'all. It's time for the Wizard Kelly Show.
I'm gonna give y'all, if y'all tune in, $50 Wizard dollars.
It's crazy though, bro. If Wizard Kelly's supposed to be Magic Johnson, I got questions.
that was an easy read.
I got questions. You're supposed to be 100% Magic Johnson.
Stop. Moving on. Let's go back to what we were talking about, bro.
100%.
Come on, man.
That's crazy.
These are questions, man. It's just a question.
Bruh. Yo. They're not doing a biopic, bro. Like, yo,
Hey,
leave the man alone.
A biopic on
Biopic, yeah.
Yeah, a biopic on Wizard Kelly that'd be fire right now. Yeah. We could use that, our
The
generation.
biopic
It's probably a distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a distraction.
Oh, it definitely will be. No, like all media, I mean, look, I'm not saying I don't watch TV or I don't partake. Like, it should be funny. Like,
What
you
I'm
know,
saying
but
is,
it's dangerous to not be able to see it for what it is. Like,
it's
you've got to
dangerous
still.
because we get to buy into it. We get to play the game now.
Mhm.
We get to make propaganda. What is all the, we use words 10 years ago. It wasn't. We use words every day in common conversations that just didn't happen 10 years ago.
Right.
Branding, all this corporative language that we're bringing down and bringing into regular conversation. Motherfuckers are afraid of having regular conversations because they are afraid, just afraid of how it'll affect their personal brand. That was just not a conversation in 2015.
Yeah.
It just wasn't. You know what I'm saying? You was trying to get on, and everybody's trying to use the avenues, but we are too corporatized. We're a part of the machine to an extent. We might be a little piece here or there, but the minute you start getting monetized, bro, that's a lure.
Yeah. That's, I mean, bro, when they could
Pussy
start,
PR been sold out. No, I'm playing.
you playing a dangerous game because you're the closest one. I can't be defending you no more, bro. You be talking crazy.
I had to pull it.
Right. And that's a big phone in
I'm
her
mad
hand.
you flinched. Why would I even do that to you? I'm mad
See,
you
that's
flinched.
just proof.
Oh, get the fuck.
See?
Can't trust light skins. I can tell you that.
Woo.
That's not propaganda.
That's the propaganda. Woo.
That's proper critique.
Man, all right. She already super saying, you see?
Right, she good. Hair
Just goes-
went blonde. That shit go blue. It's a wrap, yo.
the energy in the background.
That's so funny. That is so funny.
Them niggas used to be acting up, bro.
You can't even see them. He
They
moved.
should just be standing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All the grass moving concentrically.
What the fuck is that noise? Yeah. Hey. Chill out. You got it, bro. You got it.
That motherfucker stand up there and just
Bro,
charge.
make the grass move?
Right.
All right.
Sprinkles start coming off fucking sunflower seeds and shit. The spirit bomb. You taking the essence, nigga. The fuck?
Damn.
I know Keith when I see it.
There
You fucking is getting high.
man. That shit's so crazy, bro.
Yeah, nah. So, now I can hear the episode like y'all hearing it and shit. Because I didn't have the headphones on. It was on the floor. So, we was talking about how these bitches don't know how to act.
And then KD walked in. So, guess we got to change it up,
Right.
fellas.
Politics, am I right?
Women are always right, and they should be cherished. Am I right, fellas?
Yeah.
That's T.
Clock it.
Clock it is crazy. Cal don't know what just happened. Cal's in shock over there. I wanted to know parts.
She didn't even know I knew how to do that.
Halftime actually told me to do that this
Yeah, he
episode.
did.
That's what's crazy.
Can't hear me.
He pushed the mic away.
Right.
I would not be a party to this.
Nope.
He just slipped me a note telling me to do that. So
He
Nope.
did.
that was a halftime
I
production.
can't read or write, bro.
And he said he was gonna deny it. So I'm gonna wear it, but
I don't know what that word is.
Yeah,
I
he
don't know
said
what
he
that
said
word
he's gonna do that too.
Everything he said,
Every-
he said it.
Yeah.
is. 17-time champ.
Y'all having a
Halftime humble.
17-time champ.
I think that might have been those might have been some of the funniest cuts that John Cena cut out.
Yeah.
And they just pulled John Cena.
I love it.
Man.
My man, first he came up, right? Because he was here on time, unlike the rest of you.
I'm always on time.
So-
Anything I do,
Don't
I'm always
you,
on time.
I've still got time in the bank. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, Kel, clock that shit. TikTok, nigga. What's up? We out here.
I'll give you.
So he was up here and we was talking, we was rapping a little bit, and he was like, "Wait a minute, I gotta go get something." And my man came back up with the belt.
Matched the shirt. 17 times.
Man.
Champ.
You gonna say it 17 times?
17 times.
You gotta say 17 times.
You got to put a
17
counter
times.
on this episode.
Right.
I got about 7 more to go. I said it 10 times already.
7 plus 10 is 17. All right. It's divine timing right now.
Yeah.
That's just Russian propaganda.
17.
Fucking start
Gonna
getting up.
activate somebody.
Right. Somebody, some sleeper cell, get up.
Hey, that should have take over all the news, bro. No more Diddy trial, nothing. Just 17 times, bro.
Oh, my
You got 6 more.
Thank you for counting.
You're welcome.
You have 6 more till activation.
No, you have 6 more till self-destruct.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Have you turned into somebody, start speaking Russian.
Crazy.
Comrade. What?
Comrade.
Yo.
Swing, swing. Throwing it out the window.
Right. That's all you. Next scene.
That's crazy.
You gotta get out of earshot for the last one goes off. I gotta go. I can't hear this.
The humble identity.
The humble identity. Halftime board.
He keeping up with cars running down the street.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's
He's
hilarious.
running 45 miles an hour.
I'm looking him up. He's got 5 years of his life unaccounted for.
Who is this guy?
It's like that now. Who's this guy?
They got a picture of him clean cut, clean shaved.
Right.
Don't even look like him.
Right.
Crazy work. No locks.
Right.
All kind of brass on his chest.
Yeah,
Like, yo, what the fuck
He's got 3 medals of honor.
is that a Purple Heart?
They only give that posthumously.
Right, it's a posthumous.
How does he have 3 of them? I don't know, man. He's done some crazy shit.
Wait a minute.
Oh, my God.
It's too quiet.
Are you still there? John Cena.
Let's go.
Yeah, no. So before you got here, we were talking about Diddy.
Oh, God. A bunch of men talking about Diddy?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
this is a safe place. I don't know.
See how a woman came in here and made it homophobic?
She did.
It's crazy.
She did.
Yeah. He kind of did just do that.
Yeah, this ain't pussy PR.
I know
It's over
exactly
with.
what I did.
That's,
Was I supposed to be
I
shamed?
get the strike back.
I have a voice here.
Jesus.
Relax.
Nobody puts baby in the corner in this show. God
Maybe the
damn
next
it.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Later in the week, cool.
Yeah.
I have a safe word here.
Oh, God. What about Diddy?
Oh, I was telling these niggas he deserves the RICO.
Yeah,
the FRICO, if you will.
Yeah, he called it Frico. Frico charges.
Yeah, I had to explain to them, like, we've been talking for years about how diabolical this nigga is.
Mm-hmm.
But I never. Okay, so here's my thing. I never, and I think
There was some things you didn't know. I will concede.
there was something, and I conceded that much. I never put it all together, right? So if he was like
just thought
smacking up
nigga
his
was having
bitches,
orgies.
then that was that.
Yeah, I rolled in the whiteboard with the red string.
Right,
And it's
yeah,
like,
everything's connected.
in 1990,
he was the Diddy task force.
Diddy task force.
you know, I took the tarp off the
Right.
Yeah, you've been investigating for years.
Yeah.
Undercover.
I've been waiting for
You can
this
tell he
Diddy
hasn't-
case
look,
to
he
blow
hasn't
up.
shaved. Look,
Eyes bloodshot. I lost my family because I was following this case.
Yeah. That's cool.
I haven't seen my kids in years.
Oh, and I did want to say to the Ryan Leslie and Cassie thing. She didn't just leave him. Diddy took Cassie from Ryan Leslie.
How you do that?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Drugs and sex.
Really?
They were high school sweethearts. Like they were like, we're gonna go do this together. Then gave her that opportunity, that me and you, and did his Diddy thing where, all right, looks like you got to pay back for all this stuff. I got some events. You can model at, and
Your girl was.
I can help put you on.
Your
so
girl was
everything will
like,
pay off.
nah. She was on that type of time with him though. What was it? Jaguar, right? She was talking about how you know what I'm saying?
Jaguar Wright was also arrested for coercion and all the shit in relation to the Diddy case. There's
Oh, is it?
mugshots and everything. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
She claims she did that on purpose
I'm sure she did.
to investigate.
That's wild.
She was trying to investigate.
You know what else is wild? Taking the fall for somebody in order to protect black women, and then while being in jail, dry snitching on the same
Dry snitching
black
is
women
nice.
you were trying to protect.
Snitching on.
Yeah,
not
they
dry.
straight up
It's
snitching.
Nothing.
'Cause he
There
was-
was nothing dry about it.
Yeah,
That was what is.
As a matter of fact, if we know anything about Diddy, it was a well lubricated snitch.
That shit was wet as fuck.
but like I said,
Snitch.
yeah,
A wet
A wet snitch is crazy.
no. A
Not
well
even wet.
lubricated.
A well lubricated.
All right, wet isn't
Yeah,
enough.
wet
All right.
sounds like consent.
I'm sorry. If you have leaders, if you've got leaders of Coca-Cola and you're not selling them, I'm looking at you weird. All right, there's something going on. Leaders of baby oil, it's weird.
They don't even sell that shit. This is a custom order.
It's weird. All right.
Custom order.
You know what? I'll say
Custom-
that.
It is.
I'll say that. It's like
That's
having,
a case ban.
It's like having a
Johnson,
three.
is
It's
it
like
Diddy
having
and Diddy baby oil.
3-gallon Coca-Cola. Diddy and Johnson. Yeah.
Diddy and Johnson.
Diddy and Jay-Z oil.
Yep.
Jay-Z.
Hey, they dragging them in there. We'll see.
You
where
know
it goes.
why? I'll tell you why Diddy
don't know,
got. I'll
man.
tell you why Jay-Z got dragged into it. Cause he fronted like he ain't know him like that,
Yeah.
and there was just too much information on. No, that was your man's.
Okay, how about this?
You could have just said, "Yo, that was my man. I didn't know this."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Diddy
I've
and
seen
Kevin
that
Oil.
before. Yeah, I've been. You know what I'm saying? Like we all had a homie or whatever. Like, yo, that's my man, but I didn't know he was
I
doing
ain't
that.
that shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's fair, but like, I've never really known him that much at all. Nah, nigga, we got you singing this nigga's accolades.
Yeah.
Like, that's my man. There's nobody closer to me than him. And I'm like, and the next thing you know, it's like, I barely know him.
I barely know the
I mean, at that point, do you really know somebody?
that part.
But how about this? Diddy and Kelly oil. That better?
Jesus.
that's just
I mean,
I
but
don't think Kelly.
it's
used
already
baby oil.
baby oil. So it's like
R. Kelly didn't use baby oil though.
why is
Why
it baby
would
oil?
you use it?
He used like I don't know. Like,
He used
urine.
natural. I didn't want to say that.
there you go.
fresh before it gets all sticky. That nigga was crazy.
Probably consumed about 10 gallons of water before he did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just make sure it's.
You gotta be you gotta be hydrated to be lubricated.
Got to be lubricated inside and out.
Wow.
You gotta keep the
Oh my god.
Yo. All right, so yeah, I grew up, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm the 80s baby in the group, like, so I grew up watching like those empires fall and how high they seem to be. When you're talking about, like we were talking about, like you're talking about El Chapo, when you're talking about, you know, Nicky Barnes, and you're talking about even dang, his name walked away from me as soon as I went to go say it.
Rick Ross.
Rick
Free
Ross,
Rick?
yeah, Freeway Ricky. I'm thinking about the head of the Crips, and his name is
Tukey Williams.
Tukey Williams. That type of thing. When you're talking about that, such a well-oiled
Even
machine.
Big U now. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're talking about such a well-oiled machine, that its main goal, its main function was this thing, right? So there was no mincing of words. We talked about.
Oh, everyone
What-
had to do a noise. That was crazy.
Just
I'm
feel
sorry.
left out. Just
That-
do
You
just
made
make
it.
the
You
noise.
made room
No, I
for
did. I did
clearness
every
of the
four.
throat.
Like I did it. You did it. Half made a noise. then she did it. I was
Oh,
like,
everybody.
okay.
You made room for it.
Oh,
I'm gonna do it too.
you are
Oh,
the
wait.
king. You are the king.
Thank you.
Carry on.
Right.
No, but you know, what I mean, like there was no conflation of what they was about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like this, they are a criminal, you know, enterprise. They're like Cobra, nigga. Is a criminal organization determined to rule the world. Like,
Right.
that's what they was on. You know what I'm saying? Like, Diddy don't strike me as a criminal organization determined to rule the world. Like, he is a music dude drunk off his own shit and making moves inside of the power dynamic that he has. But it is this a ongoing criminal empire designed to do the things it's doing, or is it exploiting its own profits in order to have these bacchanal fucking style weird shit that
And
he's
isn't
on?
that the same thing? Almost. Like, irregardless, you're
I
going
think
to
if you
use your
put these,
profits to create it. And I mean, it's a whole system that he made so that way he was protected. So he spent his money, but it all still tenfold resulted in his pocket because he adopted, took on, or took care of. So everything still fell back in his lap regardless of what he put it out.
I mean,
I think
what? Who locked the door next time when I'm saying stuff? She'll come in here and make better sense than I was making. No, I mean, no, that makes sense. I mean, if you are, I guess
It was a fully oiled machine. Pun intended.
Yo,
Crazy word.
this episode's gonna go up. They can either. Yo,
It's a real
Man.
slippery slope.
this man had guns and baby oil in the bag together,
Yo.
bro. Like,
Come on.
that's totally different from like high school when you had like your random homeboy like selling condoms and candy in the same bag in high school. Like in the
what fucking high school did you go to, bro?
Have you never like seen some random guy who like literally sold different things in one bag and it's like
Nah.
They just had
Really?
a Duffy and was
Duffy was just
prepping.
Or it was
Hustling,
just
trying
their
to-
book bag because
Yo.
they didn't do school. They just went to school.
No, I'd be a lot of the sports niggas, no lie, because they had an excuse to have the Duffy.
Oh, see, nah, it was
Yeah,
different.
nah.
I used to try.
selling
I used to
bootleg
sell
CDs.
gum.
We did our
I
shit.
used, to
Songs
sell,
like
I used to sell LimeWire CDs. I used to just download everything from LimeWire.
Yo,
and sell
all
it.
right. So this is the difference in generation because I graduated before the turn of the century. So all the shit y'all are experienced as like high schoolers, middle schoolers, I was an adult. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
So
Yeah,
I
I
was
had
down.
8-track players.
So when
and
I was
leg
downloading
warmers.
LimeWire, I was destroying whole computers because there's nobody to stop me.
Oh no, we were still destroying computers. Those computers were still destroyed. Yeah, there's no saving them.
They were destroyed by the time you got there. They never fixed it from y'all.
Back when everything was Soulja Boy Crank That, no matter what
Yeah.
you downloaded.
So, but going back, what I was trying to say is like the fact that he had like guns and baby oil together. You know, it's a weird combination, but at the same time, it's like if you add harm to the racketeering part, which is that's why they're looking at the gun possession. That's why they're looking at the drugs. That's why they're looking at the possible murders.
Yeah.
That possibly can be involved around it somehow.
Yeah, I mean,
But I
That's
also
the
do
other
get what you're saying as far as like it's only freak offs and what truly is the harm. But we're hearing the harm in the trial right now with Cassie saying things.
Okay,
and-
so here's my thing. And Kel, I think you're gonna. Are you in the episode? Are you in the?
Hey, I wasn't talking. Now you're making attention on me. When I'm talking, I put my phone down. Relax.
Manual Zoom is great.
Man, he was-
Got something for your ass.
So, that did that. I was like, let me.
That's funny.
No, so okay, because Kel is by her own admission a girl's girl. No, you be saying that. Don't.
I'm a girl's
It's too-
girl, but I like certain bitches. I still call hoes out on these shit, so relax.
You're
so-
still a girl's girl. You just keep it real.
Yeah.
But you're a girl. You're a girl. Yeah, you still a girl's girl. You ain't gonna let her fall off.
So here's my thing.
I don't know where he going with this. That's why I'm kind of
Oh, I
yeah,
feel it.
yeah,
Yeah, she's like, nigga.
she knows who I am. Like, nah, nigga, you're setting this up.
don't switch my words. Go ahead,
So
proceed.
my thing is this.
Kel's a
right?
girl's girl, right? All women believe men should die, right?
That's nigga movement. I mean,
See,
I'm joking.
I'm right.
Kidding.
But are you
Kidding.
though?
Half is like, what the
Right.
17 times?
Stroking.
17.
Yo. All right. So you support sex work, yeah?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Do you support women who do sex work?
Prostitution or like OnlyFans?
There's levels.
Obviously, because she was quick with the distinction. Wait, what are you talking about?
That's why I responded that way. What do you mean by that? Like
Sex work, just sex work in general.
Reasonable sex work, we'll say that. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, like no
'Cause
coerced sex
prostitution
work.
is totally
Coerced sex
different to
work
me.
is not the same thing. About, she elects to do this with her body.
so like porn stars, OnlyFans, that of that nature.
Yeah.
Prostitution, the whole.
No,
yeah,
well,
No, because
the thing with prostitution is often a pimp who's.
Yeah,
exploiting
that's what I
this.
said. Without the pimp.
Yeah,
That's what I
so-
said. No coercion. No
Yeah.
coercion.
and they've decided.
They
to do
decided
this?
to do this with themselves.
Wonderful.
It ain't my
woman, by the
pussy.
way.
It ain't my pussy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say,
Be
okay.
safe. The way
Okay.
I look, this is
Okay,
my
let's go,
this
let's
is
go,
my
let's
thoughts
go.
on it.
Okay.
It's not me.
Okay.
So I'm not finna judge you. I'm not finna look at you no type of way. Be safe. Be spiritually cleansed. And take care of your body. That's all. That's my opinion on it. Make your money, bitch.
Big support.
Yeah.
So it sounds like support, right?
Yeah.
And there's nothing
Make
wrong
your
with that.
money.
That's not okay. So how is it that you can support sex work, be safe, make your money, and then call Diddy a sex trafficker if he hired these women and men? Just some wild stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This is the first time I've ever got PTSD from some shit I didn't experience. Like you like see it in your mind, like God damn. But and then call him like an abuser. But the
problem that you're missing is you're only thinking about it being societal, like right within the means of what it typically is. The difference that Diddy makes in all of this is his coercion in general. You can hire the sex workers, that's fine. But the people that you then drug and force to do these activities and then use their sex tapes to then force them to do, that is abuse.
That too.
okay.
And you're still using sex to it. You know what I'm saying? You're still putting sex in the equation. That's still sexual abuse. That is humiliation. And then for some of them, they might have been underage and dealing with people that are underage and did not know that. So now you're putting them in a position to where that's child pornography. And nigga, you right in there. What's up? It's a whole process. It's a whole system. And then it goes as deep as to where they were saying that he had shit from CPS. Going to his house. They had buses of kids. This shit goes deep. It's not just no surface shit like everybody was just fucking each other. Nah, I don't have a problem with that. Do what you do. The Grease was doing it back in the day. It ain't nothing wrong with it. But like, my thing is, where my problem come in is the attitude that he had behind it, the amount of power that he was able to achieve from it. Because granted, so I feel like at some point, like everybody knew what it was, but nobody knew what it was until they got there.
Yeah.
And if you stayed just a little bit too long, nigga, it's over for you.
Well, okay. All right. Fair enough.
Because everybody goes in
the
innocent.
first 3 freak offs, sure.
Because you might not say
It's-
the whole thing.
Sure. Just like Jerry Springer back in the day. The first few seasons.
You know how speakeasies are?
Wait. You know how, like, when Jerry Springer first
Yeah.
came out, if you got called to go on Jerry Springer and you said, I don't know why I'm here,
It was all bad.
cool.
For
It was cool. I get it. You might be innocent. After the 15th season, you know why you're here. You signed the waiver in the back. You know what time it is.
You've been working out for a few months.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you got the fucking invite, you're like, psh, you gotta get this membership popping.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if Diddy's done hundreds of these, bro, by the 56th one, you get the invite, you know what time it is.
Okay, but
You're
you
not.
don't think that he's using the same information to keep them in that space?
That's my thing.
Like-
What does he have on the new
He-
people that comes in?
But that's the thing, though. Like, to me, I feel like the new people, in a sense, that's why I say you stay a little bit too long. And that's why I brought up the idea of a speakeasy.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, all right, cool. Yeah, you're going to take my phone or whatever if I go in there. Typical celebrity shit. That's not too much. But it's 12 o'clock. It's 12:01. 2 different parties. You feel me? You step into the wrong room. 2 different activities going on type shit. I don't think that it was one of those situations to where it was just in the living room. Nah, you had to go through the living room, go through the kitchen, this door through between the fucking bookcase maybe, and then it's like a hallway of shit. I don't know. But like, that's to me what makes sense. Because if it was that obvious, there's no way in hell it was going on this long. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been talking about it. They've been talking about it. They've had to be in some type of way gathering this information. And you can't just go, 2-3 events. Oh, I got information on you. No. How you know that? You was willingly here.
So, can I add to that? Is that you had comedians over the years who actually made jokes about Diddy and his parties and events, including Cat Williams, who only mentioned that he seen 2 gay niggas kissing.
Right.
And so when you hear what people are saying about his parties, all they're saying is like literally one part of it.
Yeah.
But they're not expressing
anything that goes past that point. No.
And so it's not really bad when you just hear, 2 gay niggas kissing. Oh, that's cool. I don't have to be nowhere around it. I go to another room. You know what I'm saying? So
and then like think about it, the way to get into the industry a lot of the time, sad to say it, they exploited people sexually. So at some point you become numb to that. So you know what you signing up for back in them days. To me, I feel like that was something subconsciously. If that kid didn't know, their parents knew, their guardians knew, and they went ahead and did it because I need this money.
Yeah,
and you're already in there, and it became normalized to you.
So here's my thing, and this is, I talked to a friend about this before I did this episode or whatever.
444,
and she said. Because this was made him interested. She said, if you understood, like a Weinstein, you want to be in this movie, you're going to have to suck my dick.
Yeah.
This is going to be what it is. But you sucked this dick and you got into the movie. Nigga, that's a deal. That's to her. Those are her words. That's the deal.
No, I feel it.
You took it. And she said, I give him credit because he made those women stars. Like, he didn't lie. He did the thing he said he was gonna do.
Let me say this, though.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is her perspective. I
I got you.
Because
no.
this shit was hilarious. But in her, she was like, the duress that you saying that you suffered to her was manufactured because you didn't have to take that deal. Were you going to be some, and in her words, were you going to be some DVD actor for the rest of your life and never really make it? Maybe. But that was the bargain you took. And that doesn't make you a victim. That's what, and I guess so. Yeah, so.
What I would say to her is.
She said DVD and I died.
Yeah, I just want her to name 5 Cassie songs.
I mean, I can't do it.
Because he ain't make Cassie a star. Every time she tried to do something, he beat her up and the nigga she was with. He tormented him. That's why Cudi took the stand.
Now I saw a thing where there was a podcast where they were
I feel like he did that shit on TV to Ellen. I believe I saw the video.
Yeah, but
no, go ahead.
Like he wasn't.
I do want to say this too, man. There's no.
I did not know this was going to turn into a Diddy episode. I'm sorry.
But there's.
You opened the can.
But here's the other racketeering shit, right? There's no bad boy artist with more than 2 albums while they were alive.
Yeah.
Biggie, Shine, G-Dep,
Craig Mack,
Mace. I mean, what? Day
So
26, Danity Kane.
Even if
the
you
band.
would be into it
Yeah.
long enough, you wouldn't make it out for you to be able to say nothing.
What? Jennifer Lopez dropped one on Bad Boy, if I'm not mistaken. Like,
Okay, so that does sound a little
and then the niggas
fronty.
and then the niggas go to the rappers all go to jail for killing somebody, and then they say I didn't do it. It was Diddy, but then Diddy's like, I'm gonna pay this lawyer. I'm not showing up to the court. Like, that's your problem. Shine went and became a congressman somewhere, bruh. Mace went to church.
Yeah, Mace had to run. Mace
Yeah.
G-Dep served, 20 years? Loon.
Oh,
shit.
Don't even changed his name. Serving
Yeah.
20-something year life. G-Dep, life.
I stand corrected.
Biggie's family still hasn't gotten the royalties.
They're not gonna get it.
Okay?
Spent.
She passed. Loretta Wallace gone now.
Oh, that is right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sexual abuse.
Now he's in
sexual
court talking
abuse
about,
goes
I love
way
everyone.
further, bro.
Yeah, now he loved. Now he brother love. Like, nigga. First of all, your name was Puff Daddy. Okay. That's one. Two, you changed it to P. Diddy? What? I knew you was weird then. P. Diddy?
Yeah.
This nigga's name is Sean Combs. Do you even have a P in his name?
One of them escorts gave him that name.
Psh, clearly. Nigga had the tarp down every session. Nigga. The fuck is he talking about?
Yo.
It was a slip and slide in the hotel.
All right, let's change gears.
You ever been in a hotel room and it smelled weird?
Oh my
It was a
god.
freak off room.
All right, so
That's
we're gonna
crazy.
change gears.
What was it? Room one.
That's
right
what-
next to the janitor's closet.
Hey, you're right. Hey, Job said we about to change gears.
Change
That's what Diddy says at 12:01 a.m.
Oh my god.
No, he said about the lube gears. That's close.
Right? Welcome to Jiffy Lube.
Welcome to Jiffy Lube.
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez Louise. All right, so
Wow.
I am
It's time. No, let me stop.
They come in and circle the table.
Jesus.
Yo, so this is not Halftime's first time here. You know what I'm saying? We had a whole room. It was all dope the last time. But ever since then, I've been following him.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a creep.
Matter of fact, yeah, a little creep. Little creep. This is what old people do. You just watch the internet with your mouth open.
That's funny.
Y'all remember that shit from
Hey Arnold.
no, yeah, Hey Arnold, but no, from Dodgeball,
Oh yeah.
the car wash.
Oh, shit.
That's right. Get in there, nice and deep like.
Jesus, bro.
Nah, so I be following him. He be making cryptic messages. Yo,
Ooh, shout out to the Matrix.
right?
Yeah, what was that?
Messages. Job's been found out. Get him.
Right. I thought I was about to transform, nigga. I was
Yeah,
like,
this nigga's AI. He's been AI this whole time.
if you look real close, my mouth is not moving right.
Right? Kel been dating Chat GPT this whole time. Shit crazy.
No wonder this nigga like to argue all the goddamn time.
Messages.
No, so I've been like following him. He be making cryptic messages, you know what I'm saying, that alludes to where he may or may not be. You know what I'm saying? So I copied some down. I wanted to see where these are coming from and what we can.
You know what? I gotta say this before we do this. This is amazing that you've done this, and you know half, but I also know half. And when we and half get together with the homie, with Toon,
Shout out to him.
it is often I get a translation on a lot of things that I see on the timeline.
Okay.
So this is amazing. Yes. Please.
I am pleased.
Yes.
Kel, you might want to be in on this one.
Oh, Kel, please.
Listening to y'all the whole
No,
time.
I feel you, and I don't want it to seem like, and I'm sure Jai feels this way as well. We don't want it to seem like we're attacking you at all. But this is about to be a banger.
Yeah. What they used to call a doozy.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna want to
17
pay
times.
attention.
Yeah.
Five.
That's gonna be the button. We're gonna make a button.
5.
Yeah.
John Cena button.
John Cena. Man.
No man leaves a woman because she's broke.
Hmm.
Men leave when they're disrespected, undervalued, and unloved. Where were you at when you came across that, big guy?
I was on Twitter.
Mm.
A woman posted that.
A woman posted that.
Yeah, I usually like to still post that women post
Uh-huh.
and just use it as a contradicting factor.
Mm.
Pretty much.
So a woman said that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you know what kind of response she got for that?
Hella comments, just different comments surrounding.
You pick me ass bitch.
Yeah, mainly stuff like that, like pick me's and just
What kind of responses do you get for stuff like that?
Nothing too harsh. That's actually a kind of like a easy post, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
a post that
we're gonna
not
dig
too
in.
many-
We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
dig
of
in.
course,
We're gonna
but
dig in.
yeah, not too many people like respond to like things like that. Because I'm assuming if you don't say nothing, then you must agree with it. So I think we're
right.
just gonna go with that.
I'll just say I disagree. We all had to spin off because he did his thing. So I definitely left a few brokies.
Yeah, I have too.
Nigga,
I have too. You know,
shorty, you ain't got no hustle.
But that's the difference between all right, like I'm broke.
Just let you know, you're spiraling right now.
Like,
I don't want it to come back to me.
go.
You always get us all top. That's you. You doing it right now.
Like I'm broke, but you know what I'm saying. I hustle. You know what I'm saying. I get up. I go to work. I do the things I got to do. You know what I'm saying. Like
It's like broke's a mindset.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like when you're like not, you ain't got shit, but you're not even on shit.
yeah.
There's difference. I mean, because if I can recognize your hustle is on its input stage, you're just going to be putting more into this than you're going to be getting out. I can understand your hustle. You know what I'm saying? Cycle.
Yeah.
But if you just, I'm at the house. That's a different type of broke.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like my girl work, she don't really got a lot to do anything above maintenance level stuff. She don't got the luxury level, but she out here getting it.
Yeah.
Even if it's chasing her dream, I don't care if she's doing hair in the kitchen. Whatever the fuck that is, she's doing that.
Yeah.
Respect that. You feel what I'm saying? But if it's just like that is broke to me.
It's a spectrum because it's that, and then it's like I just talked to you for 6 hours. Like we just met each other 6 hours ago. Why are you telling me about your bills?
And they have too much free time too, man. They got too much free time to think everything, to do everything with other people, and just all type of stuff, man. It's just the broke mentality just has you sitting on your ass all day, just thinking about nothing.
All these expectations you got for the motherfucker who do got the job.
Right.
Like, bruh.
Just sitting there losing more money.
And it's not, it's not even saying like, your significant
Ha ha
other.
ha ha ha.
Right.
You didn't even hear it? You heard all the misogyny?
No?
Nothing?
Nah.
I'm sitting pretty. I'm not gonna entertain y'all. What do you mean?
Women.
Am I right? You missed the damn the kickstand, yo.
He's married, man. He can't.
Oh,
She sent the picture of her with a knife. Like,
you get 3 kicks. Anything after that, I'm kicking.
Yeah.
over.
But I mean, to me, that wasn't really misogyny. If somebody's sitting on their ass and they're not even trying to do something.
No, but it's women.
Right. I hate when they
There
agree.
are women. There are women.
I feel uncomfortable now.
I feel like as a woman. ...
Right. ...
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Don't nothing make me more upset than when a woman goes, I feel like I was a man,
Yep.
and then it's just a laundry list of shit you want done. I'm like, bro, come
As
on.
a man, bah, bah, bah. That's all you hear. Bah, bah, bah. Just shots. Bah.
Oh yeah, we need the next halftimeism.
Halftimeism. Halftimeism.
I feel like Kel might like this one. Accountability is so important to
Why
me.
the hell you gotta keep bringing me in this? There's 5 other people in the room. 4.
He knows you the most.
You know y'all niggas too. I
That
mean,
was
maybe
petty.
not him,
The count
but-
was petty. That was funny though.
yeah.
It's like, 5. I've only got. Am I missing?
Right. It was accountability is so important to me. Nobody is perfect, but don't try to flip the script and make my reaction the issue when your actions lit the match.
See, look at you.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's clocking. Now she clocking shit.
Nah, she clocking.
I definitely fucking agree.
So where was you at when you came across that one?
Hold myself accountable, and then the female didn't hold herself accountable. So
That's when he became
Yeah.
13 times.
Yeah. Right.
yeah, that's when I became 13
I mean,
times.
you try to look at me. Yeah, I take accountability for my shit. Whether I am remorseful or not, it's 2 different stories.
Can't.
But
Wow.
I'm a
Light
say
skin
this.
accountability is not the same.
Yeah.
I can take accountability. I don't have to be remorseful.
Okay, Cal.
Reverse the diploma of accountability.
Look, you can keep saying this, but you're going to spontaneously combust at some point.
Right.
Shit.
I think to dissect a little bit more on that post as well is realizing that I don't want to gender specific. I don't want to be gender specific with
Do
this,
it.
but when a person
Women are the problem.
Hold on.
You need nails.
I know. I'm so mad.
nails?
There's no
That's
clicking
good.
sound.
Nah, truly. When a person like kind of like points fingers at you or faults you for
Or
their
acrylics.
wrongdoings.
Acrylics at you. Points acrylics at you. I got you.
Okay.
Yep.
This is Gel X. Thank you.
Get it together. Go ahead.
Once again, part of this gender war here. All right. But nah, seriously, because I know women go through it too, dealing with us as well. Like when a person like really points fingers at you for
I feel like
what they did. you
right.
know?
Yeah. No, I feel like okay. I agree with the fact of when I officially like to me, I feel like it's a line. Like you can do but so much, and at a certain point, somebody's going to react, and it's not always going to be cute. And at that point, my nigga, I don't give a fuck because I tried to give a fuck, and you didn't care. And so now I'm pissed off and you want to pretend like you do? Oh, no. All hell finna break loose. And I'm not finna be remorseful for how I handle it because I tried to handle it the way that I need to before. But will I say I did what I did? Hell yeah. That's fine. I did it. I know I did it. Because you kept fucking playing in my face. You had to learn the lesson. Whether I can walk away or I can react. However the reaction is,
You
the
okay,
reaction
Jeff?
is.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be
I'm good.
Everything she said
relaxed
is-
because no.
Everything she said is what graduates the charges to aggravated.
It doesn't even have to go that far.
I'm good.
It can be as simple
I'll be
as
okay.
just walking away or blocking somebody or unfollowing someone on social media. It can be that
Yeah,
simple.
we was talking about that earlier.
Yeah,
how
yeah, yeah.
The,
It can
the
be
power
that
to walk
simple.
away.
Yeah. It can be that simple. That can happen too. Or it can be vengeful. Who knows? But however they decide to
We do know
play the
that.
field.
Feel it.
Alright.
There's a lot of messed up gas tanks.
Nigga.
A lot of
Broken-
a lot of slashed
A lot
tires.
of broken glass out
Right.
there.
Yeah.
I've never done that. So
A lot of spray painted cars with the word cheater on it. You know what I mean? Chose violence. That's what they call it, right? You chose violence.
Chose
yeah.
violence.
That was your
I mean-
phrase. Y'all woke up and chose violence.
My thing is take responsibility for what you did. It is over with. It's done. It done been done now. Ain't no point of saying you made.
I mean, your mama's ashes is in the river. What you go? What you gonna do?
Yeah, that shit.
You better come here to pray.
You know what I'm talking about?
That was crazy too, man. That was rough.
On
Fuck
camera,
around and find out. Play stupid games. You in stupid problems.
bro. Yo, that's the type of shit that you like. You gotta talk about activating somebody. I gotta activate my sister on this one. Like
Nigga.
somebody's got the answer for this.
Yo,
Yo,
she's already there.
right. She just threw our mama's ashes in the river. What?
Where is it?
Where is this bitch? She right here.
Oh my god, sister will do some. Just, I feel like when women get mad, they do some crazy shit to start the fight off, like drop kick, everything. Everything's on the
Drop
table.
kick.
I saw a chick hit someone with a side kick, clean. That one in I think they was in a store, and Shorty was
Oh
like,
yeah, I saw that. Slept her.
shut her down.
Yeah, man, that was
Bow. I was like, God,
caught her so clean.
bro, she a black belt, bro.
And
Oh,
she had to be. It was a perfect.
at least
Like
the
the girl
brown.
walked into it, and it
At
was
least
just
the
like
brown.
bang. And the
Timed
girl
it,
that
the
got hit was like
distance.
real skinny, so when she fell, it looked like she spilled.
Yeah,
It just looked like arms
her-
and limbs went everywhere. I was like, God damn.
she had the thriller.
Right. Like,
Man.
yo. But yeah, nah, I think, yeah, there's a part where, like, yo, there's accountability for how you've activated my emotions. But in the
That
end,
too, yeah.
at some part of the day, those are my emotions. And what I do with those actions, they still belong to me. You know what I mean?
You letting somebody else take your power.
Right. So it's like
That's
you
what-
become I become your conduit. You know what I'm saying? Like now you're able to enact your power through me. You know what I'm saying? You become like Frankenstein's monster. You know what I'm saying? And then when you enact me to a level that you can't, or I enact you to a level that their response can't be controlled anymore, then we want to call that person a monster. But the input can be too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just like, Frankenstein loose on the town, you're like, you did too much.
Yeah.
This is a goddamn monster. You made a monster and then called, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times you could tell that somebody is the result of somebody else's actions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you created this monster.
And then now...
And that monster lives for a long time,
Right.
man. It's hard to break away from being that monster.
Right, because you're still so upset, and you're still trying to... All the energy that was pushed on you, you're still trying to get it off. You know what I mean? And women do it too. Like you said, it's not a gender thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, at some point, to the point of the post, like, yeah, I did the things I did, but don't act like I woke up this morning, it was just on that time. Like, he woke up this morning and just decided to start. Like, nah, like, I woke up this morning and A, B, and C happened, and I looked at you and then found out, you know what I'm saying, D, E, and F, and then it was just like...
Now I got to be a G about it.
Nice.
Where were you?
Nobody appreciates me. So.
No,
No, it's done. It's over. Thank you.
yeah.
Bro. I recognize you, bro. I recognize you, bro.
I had to lay the smackdown on these jabronis.
Jabronis is crazy.
I'll see you this Wednesday at the Megaplex. I'm going to be handing out ass whoopings at a discount of free $99.
That's so funny. I was low, but that was funny.
Yeah. Get it together. It was low, but it was funny.
I was on point.
Yeah, man. So,
Nah, that was good.
so let's move on. Let's move on. Let me see what else we got.
Halftime humbles mumbles.
I love it.
Okay, I like this. This is the one I like. All right. All because you fine, does that mean my money think you attractive?
I need to.
That's why she's fine. Huh? Gotta pay the fine.
Gotta pay the
Well,
fine.
Gotta pay the fine.
I see what you did there.
Niggas just be throwing fine around. It's like, oh no.
You gotta pay the fine.
I just hate having that first conversation with a fine ass chick and she, like you said, start talking about bills.
Yeah, cause she's
I hate hoes like that, though.
yeah. But she's also the other side to it is also like she's bought, like she's already experienced. A lot of times they've experienced that. There's somewhere we were just in that league, and it's like okay. But the ones who just aren't, I'll just be like, look, you need this more than I do.
No, not to put it in the hand.
Yeah, let me hold your hand.
Here, you take this. You take it as far as you can go.
You stretch this.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
You do this here now.
Man. Nah, but yeah, there's, and look, it's just like niggas asking for too much. Niggas be asking for way too much.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta look. There's leagues. I know motherfuckers, but nobody's out of your league. They are.
Yes, they are.
There's plenty of people.
Or
out
like,
here.
I'd rather just, how about, I say this shit every single time. I've said this before. Dating your motherfucking tax bracket. Come on, bro. Come on. He knows
Jobs
exactly
like,
what's coming out of
if I gotta hear this shit one more time,
True.
tax bracket.
So
Oh look, we're
about
finishing
this?
each other's sentences.
So let's use numbers here when I ask this
That's
question,
what love
right?
is.
Let's just say hypothetically speaking, I make about
This dude is bugging over here.
yeah, he go crazy. Let's just say I make about 5 bands a month. Who should I be looking forward to dating? Who should I be searching for? Like what's the,
It's not even.
Nobody, because you're broke. That's not 6 figures.
No, so
You should be looking forward to
That's not 6
overtime, nigga.
That's 60 a year.
But
I
that's,
don't
that's,
feel
that's
like-
almost average though.
It is.
Well, then these average niggas.
That's
what
Yeah,
you
I mean,
dating.
That's about
about.
it's up to about 40,000 a year. They're telling people that you can't even survive off the minimum wage or 40 hours a week to even live in your own home.
No, you can't even do that with $15 an hour.
No, you can't.
No,
You can't do that with
can't.
none of that.
You got to sell crack.
or become a sex worker.
Either
or
one.
ass.
No, I was gonna say either one.
Yeah, you're right.
Either version.
Just don't, get on,
Or
just,
both.
just don't get on a plane. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You'll be good.
So when we talk that tax bracket,
When I
break
say
that
tax
down.
bracket, I mean like, all right, if you see a fine bitch, you see that she has a bust down, she keep her minks on, she keep her brows laminated, henna
Mad.
and art,
They be doing some
well,
crazy shit.
waxed.
Red flag.
Wait, is laminated is a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yo.
I wasn't.
never-
I'm not just saying words.
I'm sorry, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I promise I'm gonna let you finish. If you're a man out here, I really want you. All niggas really need to do this shit. Go to the nearest salon and just look at the price board if they have one. A lot of times they don't, but sometimes it's in that motherfucker. But you gotta look for it. The shit they be doing in there. You know, back in the day, like the 1800s, the barber used to like do bloodletting. All this. They still doing that shit in the salons. At the nail salons. I
It's
mean,
rituals.
you know what I'm saying? Waxing eyebrows, feet, hands. I mean, shit, we'll do your taxes in this motherfucker.
Babysit your kids.
Right. Hey, we'll tell you what your blood type is here. If you need your vaccinations.
We got a notary.
We got a notary.
Gotta get that nigga on child support. Nigga, I got these documents signed.
All right, nigga, we do physicals. Physicals with your manicure. Fucking, they got all kind of shit. So yeah, you get your brows laminated, waxed, plucked, fucking.
Turn down that mic one. It's up too high.
No,
No,
it's not
not
the
on that.
mic
It's
one.
on the blackboard.
No, it's the turn down the I know what it is.
Here he is.
Keep going.
But like you said, like you go to a nail salon, you can get your nails done, you can get your feet done, you can get your lashes done, you can get your eyebrows waxed, tinted.
Tinted, that was the other one.
Yeah, and laminated as well. There's a thing now where the newest thing is getting like head massages or whatnot, or like a head spa where they do. Like,
All right.
No, shit. Like it's like a whole.
Do not pause. I want to
like,
know about this.
situation.
Head massages, you say?
I was about to say, I'm about to go to the salon.
Right.
Yeah, y'all doing.
Oh
Y'all
my
get
god!
head-
y'all doing-
It's not happy
Immature
endings, bro.
asses.
You gotta be like,
It's
yo,
not
y'all-
happy endings,
Y'all
bro.
doing head massage?
Right.
You gotta say it quiet. Y'all do it.
Y'all giving head massages? Now, my next question is there a comma in between head and massage? That's what I need to know.
No.
Do
Anyway,
y'all give head?
This place is a ripoff.
It's misleading.
False advertisement, like most women do. Anybody
Right.
listening?
yo. Yeah.
Continue.
But yeah, like if you see a girl like that and you see the type of clothes she wears, the type of bag she has, the type of shoes she has, and what her maintenance is, can you contribute to that? Can you afford that?
My only thing is like this.
Let me finish.
Oh,
Because ain't nobody saying
You gonna talk yourself out of a head massage.
That's funny.
I'm sorry, baby.
Is it still on the table?
no.
Still asking about that comma.
That's so funny.
Baby, please.
I was just playing.
Sweet little deed.
Y'all irritate my fucking soul.
It's been a couple weeks, yo.
Yeah, it's been too long, man.
It's been a couple weeks. No, go ahead. You were saying though.
But just in a sense, because realistically, if a woman is looking for a man to come into her life, it's not to be. It's. I'm looking for you to add some type of ease or to be an asset. Because if I can already survive on my own, and you not bringing nothing to the table, what are you here for? Like, granted,
I am
can,
the table.
Granted, I
Sidestep.
Right? Yeah. Her pivot was crucial. Yeah.
Off the glass.
Like broken. Oh. Go ahead.
But like, if you're not contributing in some type of like, yes, it's great if you're a nice person, all of this wonderful stuff. But you can be a friend.
We're speaking on finances still, right?
Yes and no. But at the same time, like if you cannot manage a woman that
think
deals
it's
with
valid.
So hear me out when I say that I could give you everything possible for free. That's peace, comfort, communication, honesty, trust, loyalty, all that stuff, right? But then you still, like you said, maintenance, you want your nails done, you want all that stuff, but I don't have that for you. But I could give you everything for free.
That's fine. That's why I say like love and shit. Like at some point, like that would be cute.
Can I?
You know what I'm saying?
Can I say? I just
It's-
want to say real quick. I feel like that's fairy tale.
Thank you. That's
I
what
don't
I'm
feel like you
saying.
can provide
like
all those things without
without
being
money.
able to give that. Like,
No, because if
You know
my
what I'm saying?
life is surrounded by, if I'm the type of, because I am, but I do all of my stuff myself. So that's the difference. He's saving nice, pretty ass penny because I like to do my own shit. I don't go to nobody. So I'm high maintenance, but I handle my own. It's levels to it. So my thing is, that may be
I'm not even
her
gonna
piece.
breathe hard.
That may be her piece to be able to go out and pamper herself. So if you can't provide her with that, nigga, you do what it, oh baby, you look so beautiful. The fuck? I know that. Thank you. What is that doing for me? Like at that's why I say you can be a friend.
Wow.
At some point, I'm sorry, it sounds rough. It sounds mean, but like at some point, love is not gonna be enough. If we're gonna be going through this shit together, there's a lifestyle that I have, and then now you're trying to come in. You're gonna cost me something.
I think, yeah, finances have really, just money has really taken over.
Yeah.
Just in general. But my thing, because I don't get me wrong. Again, I've dated niggas and been in my car, and he was right alongside of me. I've been homeless with a boyfriend. That's not.
hold up.
I've gone through the hardships or whatever because love was there. But at some point, when you get older, there are certain things that you're gonna have to have. And if you are only taking from me, what am I? Like, I only use like those aspects because like that's the things you can see. You know what I'm saying? But like if. All right, cool. We living in two separate homes. I don't need nothing from you at that point, for real. But like, you just entertaining my time and everything like that, and so that's fine. But if we're trying to build something together and you can't bring nothing to the table, and I'm the only one
But it
bringing
has to be
something to
money.
the table,
But it has to be money.
how are we going to build anything without money now?
Touche. But it's like, at the same time,
We can be homeless and in love on the streets, but
See-
who the fuck want to do that?
the only thing I kind of, I was listening to you, and once again, bringing up the maintenance part, it's like, it may be essential to y'all, but if it's something that's essential to me, it would be like making sure your car is paid off.
That's part of that too, though.
But
didn't
I'm not
list those
spending
things.
money on making
The
sure
frivolous.
Yeah.
That's fine. I just said that because those are the conversational pieces.
Right.
Now, if you're doing stuff like investing in her business, you're helping her pay her car note or helping her pay off student loans or stuff like that, where those money are going into place, that's the building aspect of it.
And
If that's where you're talking about, that's fine. I just used the surface level part of the conversation.
I got you.
But that's why I say building together. At some point, your love is not going to be enough. If we're trying to have kids, or we're trying to have our own home, we're trying to start a legacy, somebody's going to have to be, both of us is going to have to be putting some type of something in. You know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
underlying thing is not being, because even saying like you can provide all these things for free.
investment
you know what I'm saying?
requires some type of something.
There's this underlying where it's like
It's not freedom.
you gotta not. It's not free, and you gotta not have any air of selfishness. Because there's like, yes, she can do all that on her own. You know, no, I don't want to provide for the frivolous, but don't you want her to feel good? Don't you want her to
and be
feel
able
like
to
she
say,
looks
I
good?
did that.
You know what I'm saying? Don't you? Because at the end of the
then
day,
Go to her
it's-
homeboys. because
It's not
she-
to say.
Hold on.
It's not to say every 2 weeks I got to do this for her.
No,
But
it's just every
sometimes-
now and then.
Yeah,
you
'cause
contribute to it. You buy her
just
some
like you would,
flowers.
and that's the frivolous. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much.
Because to me,
But
the sweet
you have to
nothings
be
is what
able
matters
to
most.
do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in this survival
mode the
and
entire
then
time.
expect love from somebody
No.
when
Why
both of
can't
y'all
you?
are just.
Why can't you? Why can't?
I'm saying
because
it won't last.
in a real, I mean,
I feel you can. Don't get me wrong.
There's an ecosystem that consumerism doesn't take into account because
Okay, but we live
sometimes
in a consumerist world.
in this consumerist world, it's all
So-
about what peace looks like at the end of a receipt. Right, so it's like, oh, my piece comes when my nails look like this. My piece comes,
But
so
you have to-
peace becomes property almost, or peace becomes service,
Because
rather
none of
than
this
a
shit, once
state
again,
of
is
stasis.
free.
right?
None of this shit again is free. Rather, because once you, as a woman, to be put together is to feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to do these things is part of being. And I hate that I'm talking to a bunch of niggas with this, but when a woman has
That's
her
because
hair,
y'all the clicked up girl, women, people, gender,
Folks.
pronoun stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all slipping.
Yeah. Y'all be leaving Callan here to fight for her life.
fight for herself. She be holding her own.
But no, like,
and then hitting me later.
Dang.
See, she ain't
I don't
said
be
nothing.
putting my hands on this man, y'all.
Oh, hey.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, just go ahead.
Yep.
Thanks,
bro.
honey.
Yeah, you getting, getting
But
RKO'd
no,
at the
but
crib.
like those things, it's something that's etched in us from the beginning. That is what you're supposed to do as a woman. Like, those are a part of your lifestyle. Like, it's not that it's separate of us as it is for y'all. It's a part of us. Like, for black women, long nails, heavy jewelry, the braids, the all of that stuff, that's a part of our culture. That's a part of who we are as black women. That is us. Mm-hmm. So having these things, like, yeah, it's, what was the word y'all said, frivolous on y'all's account, because that stuff doesn't matter to you. But as a black woman, that's a part of our culture. So that is a part of me. So granted, it can be a luxury at times, but like, for you to be able to provide me with that part, to be able to be a part of me, or a little bit more of a woman, or just to be able to say, oh, my man paid for that. Why would you not want to do that?
You know why so many broke men in the world?
Why is that?
Because they chase after women.
They can't afford.
No, they can't afford, but they spend all their money doing that.
No,
But
they
see,
can't. They can't afford
They
it.
can't afford it.
So,
then.
because
but
there's a
hold
difference
on.
between being able to pay for something, being able to afford
Yeah.
it.
But hold on. But when you end up finding a new girl or something, and you got to start all over, or you find another girl and start all over, or you find another girl and start all over, and I'm not talking about like back to back to back.
These
I'm talking
aren't
about
good
like,
investments.
Like,
Again, you don't know how to work
but
your money.
I'm talking about 10 plus years of just messing with women or something. I only had like 3-4 girlfriends, but each girl got a check.
Yeah.
And I gotta start over with every girl.
You need more wallet discipline, my brother.
But how do you
But
get?
see,
How do you? Yeah, but how
see,
do you
just-
have
that's
all the
what I'm
discipline
saying.
when that is
But
the
my
women-
thing
That
is,
should make it smile.
The women you want, okay,
it's gonna cost you
are
something.
but no, I got you, Kev.
Go ahead.
We about to have a man talk here.
Go ahead. I'm
The
gonna shut
women you
Oh, he about
want,
to let the Cuban link talk.
no, right? The women you want are just the women you want. They're not the women you need. Okay? The woman you need is someone that aligns with your values, that you don't have to go spend it. You just do it because you want to. But when you want to, you're not coming back years down the line or whenever everything don't work out and be like,
Worrying about
man,
how
I
much
done
you spent."
motherfucking did all this and that shit. That's the woman you can afford because it didn't
didn't hurt
hurt
your
you.
pockets.
She even was like, babe, no, we
No,
can do it on
come
this.
on,
How about we
talk
do this? How
about
about
it.
we do
See-
that? It's your dream girl.
See-
That's the woman you need. But the woman you want is that bitch you saw was like,
But here's
God
my- but-
damn.
but here's
Hold
no-
up,
but
shorty,
here's my-
please. Let me get your number. I got to get to know you.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
beautiful. Oh,
let me
man,
go
you
take
like
you out
this
to
too?
eat.
Dang,
Let me
I
go-
like this too. You got shit in common too, but she does not align with what you actually need.
Come
And
on.
that's the problem. That's
So-
the issue.
Come on.
90% of women are women I don't need then.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Only 10%.
So here's the
Yes.
thing.
That's
Because
that's
the
what you gonna
problem.
put it
That's
as,
what
that's
dating
fine.
is.
so here's the problem.
That's why we don't just find the first person and that's it. Like
And you
we're
just start
done.
putting the
At
penny
6 years
in.
old, we got our first girlfriend and that's it.
So the thing is there's this and whatever, but there's this like capitalist realism thing that happens where you see everything in the realm of these market terms that keep getting used around: afford, high value, da 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 da, and it feels inescapable when you're trying to, because what you're talking about is a human experience, love, loyalty, all that kind of stuff. Those are human experiences that you don't have to pay for. But when you're in this economy, it feels inescapable.
Especially this economy.
Especially when, like she said, the things that make a black woman, because in every culture there are textiles, there are arts, crafts, the things that make that culture distinct.
It's saying, yeah.
There is a paywall between them and their culture.
Yeah.
And they're like, are you going to scale that paywall, to be able to afford my culture?
That's how I know you're a robot. You just apologize to the phone. You're cooked. I'm leaving. Y'all got me fucked up. I see what y'all niggas did to McDonald's. It's all robots in there now.
Where is the real Jive? They done clone Jive.
Oh, they done got him. Crazy work.
But I get what you're saying because I feel the same way. I feel like there has to be a human base.
But my thing is, y'all don't even consider those options for real though, and that's the part that pisses me off.
What options? I'm sorry.
Hold on, I'm gonna get there because we talk about the.
I just wanted her to specify the options. I didn't want to be confused.
No. You good? I was gonna get to that because y'all. We talk about the typical
You're
stuff
laughing
like.
way too hard. You're gonna get me hit.
I'm surprised you didn't.
I did not hit you.
I'm surprised you didn't right there. That was hilarious. Oh my gosh. I live with that.
That's how you know I don't hit him.
Yeah.
Because I should have.
Yeah, that is fair.
I should have.
Yeah. Her arm should have stretched somehow. Like,
You
shouldn't even have that reach.
And I got material next to me. I should have looked.
See?
He felt safe enough to say that shit close.
See? I'm
But
telling
I'm the
y'all.
problem.
Dang.
The fuck? Anyway.
We've been wrong this whole time.
Anyway.
Unharmed.
Wow.
Jive has been marked safe for this episode.
I really hope you'll show up with a black eye next week. For like some reasonable reason too.
Yeah, but-
like some shit happened at work. You're just like, yeah, something happened at work, Jive. We know what happened last week. We were all tuned in.
And you live an hour away, bro. That car ride was tough.
You're slow as hell.
Jeez.
Oh, we're bad people, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Please
my
keep
God.
going.
So again, we was talking about like the surface level stuff when it comes down to like the maintenance. But then when it comes down to like dates and everything, y'all immediately thinking of Ruth Chris or getting steak or nigga, take me on a picnic. Let's make sandwiches right there. Get some meat from fucking Publix. Get a coloring book. Get a couple joints. Boom, we good. Y'all don't think of this shit.
Not all
right?
women are like you though.
But that's the woman you
A
need.
lot of us are though.
That's the thing. That's the
I just said 10%.
yeah. That's it. And I agree.
But that's the thing. You chase what looks good and then go ahead and pay that price expecting her to be this instead of finding exactly what the fuck you need.
And women do the same thing.
So once again, that's
why Chris Brown's
why I
still
said that's
just
why I said it's an
Call me a liar.
improper investment. You again still cannot afford it. You do
But
not
here's
know
my
where
thing.
to invest
But
correctly.
here's my thing, though. And
What?
it's not to take away from what she's saying because I think she's right. But she...
Because you can test a
more
bitch
you
with that.
have-
Do that
the more
first.
you
She don't
have
like
to
it.
pay
Dump
for
that
the-
hoe.
No,
Simple.
She got me saying bitch. I was not gonna say that, but she was just saying bitch, and I was about to walk right behind her and get myself in trouble.
I'm trip off that.
The less the woman is convinced of you, the more you have to pay. That's true.
Can we
You
get a
feel
round
me?
of applause, please?
You know what I mean?
What does that require?
So,
Nothing
if
but
you're not-
confidence. Come on, bro.
now you gotta
That
finish it off
requires
as a
nothing
wrestler.
but
You gotta
confidence and knowing how to use
cut a
your
promo
words.
while you get your point off.
And that's the truth. That's the old cold said so. Well, that's
was
the bottom
great.
line. Yeah,
that's
it.
the bottom line
That's
there.
the bottom line.
That was great.
But that's what because I remember there was this dude at my job, right? And I was he was on Tinder. And he was like, yo, Smitty, yo, I be trying to talk to these girls. We be matching, but when I say something, they don't respond. And I go, well, what do you be saying?
Post wipe clarity.
Right.
Great.
Jesus, right. Jesus, right, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Sorry.
I'm just as baffled as you are.
Right. How did we get here? Is what I need to know.
I have to patent that.
Post wipe clarity.
Post swipe
Yeah,
clarity.
that is trademark. You need to get on that now.
That's 1,000-yard stare comment.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus. It means so many things.
Man.
Golly.
So funny.
She did what? They could just be lost. Jesus. Post wipe clarity. Yeah, you did that one.
Yeah. Here you go.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, there you go.
Female champion.
Female champion.
Sorry, here first.
I would like to thank my mom. Most importantly, my girls, I got you. We in there. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, she took my crown. She took my throne immediately.
She cut the babyface promo too.
Babyface promo. The babyface promo.
Right.
Yo.
She want all the kids to love her and all.
Yeah. All the merch gonna sell out. I'm a KD.
Katie.
Fire.
So,
Gotcha.
so he was like, man, they're not saying anything. When I said, what are you saying? He was just saying, like, I'm saying hello. How you doing? It's cool that we matched. And then I was just like,
You gotta be clever, pump.
and then that's what, and then he said, one girl was like, you got to be more clever than I said, nah, dog, no, you don't. Listen, let me tell you something, dog. There's a girl and there's a dude in that girl's phone right now that is hitting her with the WYD and getting a response because he's him to her.
Yeah.
If you're him, what you doing is enough.
And it's the arena you're in, bro.
And it's
you
definitely
can't be on Tinder. It's like, oh hey, thanks, we met. I'm so glad we met.
No, you gotta catch somebody's attention.
How'd he do?
You can't exactly.
No.
So like if you're not him, a girl is gonna hit you with that, my phone bill, my this, my that, my that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But when you're him to her, let's just get Lunchables and Capri Suns and let's go color
Okay,
in
relax.
the park.
My voice is going to the
Hey, yo.
asshole.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's at the end of the day, it's you to her. You know what I'm saying?
get
That's
the
what they'd
big
be like. Oh,
Lunchables with the
it's him
cookies
for
in.
me. Like if it's not you for her, then
But I feel like
it's gonna
saying
take
that-
more shit to surround you.
I feel like saying that make it sound like it's based off of looks only, and I don't feel like that's the truth. It's a matter of how you carry yourself or how you go about it.
Yeah, I do mean that. Yeah, like the.
I know.
the
I'm just
person-
saying how
yeah,
it sounds.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
it sounds as if it's just like, oh, he has to be some fine specimen, and then it's just as cool. And like, granted, it is always like that. Don't get me wrong. Like, it does happen. But
I mean, it has to align. He does have to be attractive, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I mean, especially
But-
like for niggas to even entertain like spending money.
right,
she gotta be-
she gotta be that.
Yep. I can't
I
be
guess it's
seeing the
just-
hair up under your lace front, shorty.
Yo, and how many times?
They be throwing that shit on like a
Can we
snapback.
pass this?
Yeah, can we get that back? Yo, they be having it on like
Pass the fluff.
Ti hats. Like,
Bruh.
like yo,
saying,
why your
bro.
wig look like Adebisi?
Yeah.
Yo, shit.
It be
You know,
Yo.
Wow.
they be throwing their
know,
wig and
black
it fly back
people.
on top of their head.
It's a Thor hammer wig.
Nigga. Shit. Should be crazy, bro.
So, but yeah, nah, like, so if you gotta be, like, you know what
you're
I'm saying?
just not him for her.
Yeah.
And I just, I
Yeah.
feel like that's what I think that's what was throwing me, because it's like, don't completely shut the nigga down. You feel me? Because it's like, you're just not him. Damn, who am I?
Yeah,
You're not
you're right.
him
You're not
for
him
her.
for her. Yeah.
And you don't know
And-
what that match was. That match might have just been a compromise. Like, if he's interesting.
Yeah.
you
and
know.
then you hit her with the.
Oh, that's dope.
Exact-
Like, if he says something, let's see what he.
But
let's
that's
see what
what
he got.
it usually
Hey,
is
thanks
a
for
lot
matching.
of the time. That's what it is a lot of the
You just
time.
got this nigga and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is all of the time. Like, we're swiping off of a chance, and if you say something that's gonna entice me enough, because like that's why I said post swipe clarity. Like, you could be cute during the thingy, but like if you dead ass only what you doing, you can't carry a conversation.
Wait. Okay, you said post
Swipe.
swipe therapy
Clarity.
clarity. Okay,
Yeah.
post
Crazy.
swipe clarity.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you correctly now.
Yeah.
Because what I heard initially was not that.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. Post wipe.
Yeah,
Post-wipe?
That's what I heard. I was
Post-wipe
like,
clarity.
yo,
Post wipe is crazy. Though.
yo. I was like,
I think as men we're gonna take that.
yeah, I could actually use that.
Post wipe clarity.
All right, let's cut her out.
Hey, Jive, could you
Cut the
shift
camera.
seats?
Cut the camera. Henny, turn the mic down.
That's
We'll get it in post.
get it in post.
Oh my god.
Get it in post.
Kelly's gonna catch us like Batman. You had a lot of jokes on the podcast.
Wow.
Swear to me.
I'm Kitty. But Yeah, no, it's more so of a matter of like, okay, he looks cute, but let's see if he can, because it has to be, can you get me off this app? If not, you sitting right there, because you didn't say anything to make me want to give you my number or even my Instagram. Oh, great, we matched. The fuck? You're welcome.
Damn.
That's
That's
bro.
cold blooded.
But it's rough, man, because if women are too easy, they're too easy. If they
Come on.
yeah, they do that, then they being too strict. So it's like,
No matter what the fuck we do.
And that's not fair because that becomes linear, right? Like there's no grade, right?
right? That's the like, even bro. It's good that bro came up to you and was like, "What is it? Something I'm doing?" Because a lot of motherfuckers will be like, "Man, these bitches out
bitches
here
out
tripping. They matching and not fucking saying nothing. What are you saying, my nigga?" All I said was I was gonna spread her cheeks apart and spit in her booty hole. Off the match, yeah.
But I do know niggas that have said wild shit
Exactly.
like
And
that, bro.
niggas confidently will send a picture and everything, bro.
Yo,
and
bro,
it ruins.
and I've said this so many times, bro.
Porn brain.
We're looking at this wrong. Yo, what level of fucking confidence do you live on where you go, this is gonna work? Delusional. But
Still confident.
that's
still confidence
confidence though.
somewhere, yeah.
Like, yo,
Confidence is a
you
spectrum.
did that
Yeah.
with your chest.
It is.
It's a spectrum.
You did that shit with your chest out. Like, yo, I'm about to send this dick pic
You're right.
and these words, and it's gonna
Unsolicited.
go up.
She in there.
And then my
Sitting
second
next to a
thing
damn
is,
Pringles box
who
with
the
your crumbs on your finger.
who the fuck did this work for? Because it had to
Yeah,
have worked
that's
once
a
or
good
twice.
question. Like, who did this work for?
No, that's what I be thinking.
Like, this has had to work, and somebody got the word. Like,
You know, I'll say this. I used to think that. I really did.
You
I
think
used,
it
I
has
used
to work? That's
No,
pretty
like,
delusional.
because for you to be that confident, there has to be something you base this off
no
of.
proof of concept or something.
But what I realize is that it's porn brain. And
Thank
niggas
you.
niggas is living vicariously.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I saw this work before. I
In a
could do it.
porno? It's
I don't know,
bugging.
bro.
That's the it's gotta be vicarious.
Yeah, that's
Because it be niggas that it's like, there's no way this worked for you, bro. There's no way.
But there's
There's-
also a lot of women that talk about their vagina a lot. And so these men probably are just like, you know what? Since you're talking about it, let me just.
I do know some women that talk about their body. Like, that's their whole conversation.
But it's still a lot of confidence to think you're the one.
To just.
Yeah.
That's the
You know what I'm saying?
conversation y'all are
Touche.
having with women.
No.
No,
We're talking
just-
about women who be online,
Yeah.
who be posting like, man, this shit's so wet it could flood a.
See,
You know what I'm saying? And then a nigga
and
would
then
be
I
in there
come
like,
with you matching your energy.
Right. That's what I was about to
As
say.
she
Like,
dick
you're
and all.
matching here. Like, you're just like on any of these apps, you're just matching. You're meeting somebody who has the same probably mentality as you. By having this confidence to be like, hey, I'm about to send her this and see what she says.
So maybe it's the way that you present yourself that gives the confidence to the dude. You feel me? Like, if you present yourself on that type of time, then it emboldens me to match you.
Y'all was saying my pussy like waterfalls on Tinder?
Yeah.
That's on Tinder?
yeah, some of them.
In their description?
Well, now Tinder is really like a breeding ground for like OnlyFans girls too.
Yeah.
They do
Oh
that.
I mean,
man.
yeah, but like,
They be on there and be like, well, hey, come follow me on Snap.
or
Yeah.
but I mean,
Here's my
okay,
site.
but
I remember I had
that
one who
makes
just straight up
sense
told
to
me.
send a dick pic to. Maybe like, hey, like, can you make a video with this?
Yeah, but then-
cool, I get that.
But it's niggas like that just send it to any.
Yeah, no, I'm talking like Facebook Messenger niggas though.
Yeah.
Like,
Facebook Messenger niggas are
niggas
horrible, bro.
They be calling.
Calling is nuts.
Calling is crazy.
Yo, that
it's-
shit is
I have
been
been
a
in
few-
situations like that.
It's been a few young ladies. I'm sure Halftime can attest that we've probably talked to where you'd be in the bed with her and she'd be like, "This Indian nigga, this Nigerian nigga, this nigga is still calling.
Yeah.
I've never met this nigga before,
Nah, it's always the why the fuck he calling me?
man.
You know why?
yeah, you know
Yeah,
why.
yeah,
You know why? You know.
Okay, okay.
right.
Random guy with your number.
With your phone number. That's different. So when he hit you, you be like, hey, this guy keeps calling me. What you mean on Instagram? No, my phone number.
The guy could be blocked from the actual number, so he can only call from Messenger, and is just like trying to get in touch with her, blowing her shit up, you know.
Right.
And I'm sitting there in the bed with her, and I'm just like, this
City boys.
like, yeah, this is why me and him we had similar situations, bro. Outside of each other, nothing ever crossed paths, but similar situations that was relatable. So, yeah.
Because I mean that contributes to the concept of the zeitgeist, right? There's a certain spirit that this is going on in our community where we're behaving like this, like as a default setting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think, like,
It's the program. It's the propaganda, man.
We're gonna go to the next one.
Yeah, see what happens when they hear the truth?
We gotta move on.
That was good though. I'm
Yeah,
glad we
yeah.
broke that down. Everything was good.
They didn't choose someone better. They just found someone easier to lie to. I want to say, I feel like the way I've always put it is some, you know what I'm saying, some people only, like, you know what I'm saying, you can't teach a dog a new trick, but you can do that same trick on somebody new. You know what I'm saying? So your girl or your guy may only have one move, but once you've seen that move, you're not wowed by it.
You know how to defend it.
You know how to like see around it. But the next person ain't seen that move, and it's gonna look amazing. That's why a lot of our relationships only go the first 90 days, because that's the only part we're good at. You feel me? I know how to do the flash and the shit. You know what I mean? I know how to pay for a couple of nail appointments. I know how to, you know, get an outfit or two or whatever. Maybe pay a bill. But once you start digging into who the fuck I am, I don't got that information.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once it gets past the sex, once it gets past the how fat my ass is or whatever, and this motherfucker starts to digging into who she is, there's nothing behind. I've talked to a few women
Not even that it's
who
nothing
have
behind it. You don't like it.
nothing, who have nothing to offer a conversation outside of what they want to eat, what they want to wear, and what they want to wear.
You know, a woman that knows what she want to eat.
Oh yeah, it's called a low country boil. That's what they all want to eat.
At the end of the day.
That's it. Don't let that bitch lie to you. She know. She just wants you to want to know if you know.
Yep.
I like
She
it.
wants snow crabs.
She just don't
You
wanna
got to
say
know
it.
that. She don't want to have to say it.
I can dig it. I can dig
If
it.
you come home with one of them goddamn aluminum pans with the plastic over the top and it's all tinted with all that goddamn Old Bay,
Nah,
I think
fuck
you
that.
made the right move.
You come home with the styrofoam and she see the foil come out from up under that.
Yeah.
What's that? Huh?
What's that challenge right now that's out on TikTok where they like just feeding the girl? She comes in the car.
Comes in the car and like before they can complain, like
Yeah.
shove shit in her mouth. We saw that shit.
That's so funny.
She showed it to me. She was like, "See, it's this easy."
No, you showed it to me, and I said it could all be so simple.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Really. Wow.
You just gotta know.
Lauren Hill said a thing. Y'all thought she was just singing, but she was speaking facts.
So it's like,
While also being a harlot. Yeah, it's hard truths.
I mean, yeah, no, yeah, she enjoyed her celebrity.
Right.
That's what we'll say.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a
but look, like I've never enjoyed that level of celebrity to know. You know what I mean? Who am I to judge?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It can all be so simple.
I guess I don't know.
I guess I don't know, but you know what I mean. Like for that, I feel like there is this, but there's also this idea that is pervasive amongst people. It's not girls or guys, whatever. But you're not gonna find somebody better than me. So you must be leaving for somebody that's not as good as me because I'm the best there's ever gonna been that ever had the thing to do. And it's just like maybe I left not because you're toxic or I'm toxic. We're just incompatible.
Mm-hmm.
And I left for the better person for me. And sometimes the only apology you're gonna get from the person that did you wrong is the way they correct themselves for the next person. And that shit's gonna feel tough. Because that next person is gonna look at you like, how did you let this go? You're
Like,
not dating
bitch.
the person I dated.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. What else can I say? You're
I'd just
welcome.
be like, just wait.
Piss them off.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're almost like good luck Chuck for some of these motherfuckers. Like they get with you and then find they forever motherfucker.
They figure it all out.
They figured it all out. Okay, this ain't gonna work. And then they go with that lesson into their next level of life, and then it's something seamless, it seems. But you were, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that may have happened from you to somebody else. You may have taken something from a relationship and just applied it because you have new understanding.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have proximity to the person that taught you that, and you just take that understanding, and that's the only true like apology, like understanding that who that person was can't persist, and then going, all right, yeah, I see how I fucked up, and then women don't do that. They just get new wigs. Okay. I just want to see if
His phone is throwable.
It's got a phone
Niggas
case on
don't
it.
do
It's
that.
gonna be
They
fine.
just buy new shoes.
Oh.
I stand corrected. But no, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Or buy a belt.
17.
Go hang
I
out
didn't want to say it, but 17 times.
4.
Got 4 more.
John Cena.
So yeah, no. So I like that. But I think there's also a hubris that happens in our community around breaking up. As soon as there's a breakup, everybody starts protecting their what is that? Image. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Boy, I was about to fuck all my rotator cup up.
Man. Slow down.
Protection is an understatement, man. I don't like what happens after a breakup is like the most drastic thing mentally. Like you just try to figure out what it is that you want again, what you possibly need again. You try to separate these things, try not to have it like just overlap each other, and then try to separate whatever you felt for one person and trying to heal whatever that means to most. You
Yeah.
know, with healing.
Nah,
And
I got a
then-
question for you. Has anybody ever messed around and tried to find like the literal replacement of your last person? Like I'll say it like this: you start finding traits that person had, and you're looking for them, physical ones. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done this, so I'm just indicting myself. So it's just me. Like, oh, I'm not gonna say exactly what mine were, but I just make some up. Like, oh, she's light skinned with blonde dreads and long eyelashes and
Can I breathe?
He's like, you have a problem, Josh.
you definitely have a type. No, you see what I'm saying though? Like, has that ever been a thing? Like, I feel like I've inadvertently done that in the past. Like,
I can speak for myself. I mean, I've tried to replace my throat goat.
here we go.
Jesus Christ.
In case you don't know, he has a wonderful ballad.
Ballad.
I did an interview where I said some throats are unforgettable.
He has an astute composition by the name of Throat Goat. Some throats are unforgettable.
Yeah. And I tried to replace the original throat goat that I had.
You can never replace your best eater. You just got to move on.
On the contrary.
No, you can find another one. You can't. That's the thing. Your initial trade from your best eater is never going to replace your best eater. You got to let it go.
You gotta let that go and let it be a new model.
And then
No,
there's
yeah.
the next best is coming. You know what I'm saying? Not like the next best thing. Like there never be.
That was like my beta 3.0 throat goat. You know
like,
what I'm saying?
so it's like if you keep looking for Jordan, then there's never gonna be another Jordan. You gotta let there be a Kobe or let there be a LeBron, and on their own terms, whatever
But
that means.
why
for
do
them.
we compare?
Because it's the only thing you know. You can't compare to the unknown.
You remember the feeling?
Oh yeah.
When Jordan was winning, that was Black Jesus for everybody.
I was a kid, bro. I had a poster. Who has posters?
Finals
I had a
MVP, finals, dunk champion.
6 rings, never lost a championship.
I mean, regular MVP, defensive player of the year, offensive player of the year, scoring titles, gold medals.
In the era where media was growing.
Yeah.
Right? So we're coming out of like the industrial era into this, what it is now.
Yeah.
He was him. He was the first person to
And
ever
he was
elevate like
infallible. Every time he got there, he's winning.
Yeah.
You can't beat him. He's going to get there.
So it was just like
3 times took a year off, played another sport.
came
A
back
huge sport professionally.
Yeah.
and then came back and started winning again.
Like, bruh.
So basically, with that analogy, you telling me that my throat goat went somewhere for a year and a half, and then came back for another 3 rings.
Yep.
I mean, I'm asking you. Did that happen?
It didn't happen like that.
If
No, I
she
was
3
joking.
rings you, bro, that's nuts, bro.
She dropped 6 on you.
Yo, if she 3-peated you. Yo, that's crazy.
3-peat, bro. 3-peat.
I'm sorry for
Only the best.
Yeah, sorry
did
for
that.
your loss, bro. I don't know what to tell you after that.
my condolences.
Yeah, you let a 3-peat go, nigga. I don't
Oh my gosh.
That was your fault. Nah.
You let that belt go. That ain't for you. That's for her.
She got to wear it around her neck.
Or be like John Cena, just wear it backwards, bro. Just wear it pointing the other way. That's how you do it.
Yo. But no, I just like, I think that is a problem though. I think we end up trying to search for this idealized version of the past, forgetting that there were parts of that person that you sort of let wash away in order to keep the ideal version of that person. So the person that with that same throat goat was, you know? But she was also, and I'm just making up
No,
a
I
thing,
got
but she
you.
was also maybe dishonest. Maybe she was a little bit self-serving. Maybe she wasn't in tune with you. That throat was crazy, though.
She was self-serving, but she could serve me.
She
That's what he was saying.
She was self-serving because she served the self, nigga.
But you mentioned this idea, and I've met a lot of women who had this idea that Mr. Perfect was out there. But it made me as a man want to try to match that Mr. Perfect idea. But I never knew growing up of what it truly consists of. So I know for a fact that a lot of women possibly compared me, or not even compared me. I know I came after a relationship where it was probably bad on their end, but then they come and meet me and see where they went wrong in their last relationship, and now they like all in tune with me and everything.
You're just trying to apply the information.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, maybe that guy before me was the one for you, and you just didn't take the chance to, you know, get to know him on that level.
Work it out.
Yeah.
But then here I go, and I don't want the same thing he wanted. You know what I'm saying? I didn't desire.
I was the bitch that cheated on him. Don't be better for me, ho. Be that bitch.
we was talking about it earlier with one chick. It was like all I wanted to do was what every slightly other guy was doing was just chilling, smoking, probably cuddling, watching movies and shit. But here you go want to take me serious, and
So the king has been there too.
Listen,
Yo,
Haven't we all?
yo,
we have
because it's
discussed
like,
this, haven't we all?
oh, I mean, she's been a pimp.
Damn.
You see
right.
who works and who don't,
All right, you
right?
gonna get a Rico. You're gonna get a Rico.
You gonna get a Rico?
You're gonna get a Rico.
No, she a pimp.
It's racketeering.
I have retired.
I'm turning state
My
witness.
jersey has.
I'm amused.
I'm flipping.
I'm flipping.
Crazy. But yeah, no, man. It's I don't know. You got to be wary of people's intentions because a lot of people haven't done the healing yet. For real.
That's the scary part.
Yeah.
And then they
They look
think
just like the
have-
healed people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's this line I made up a long time ago. The problem with the whole thing is fake niggas know real nigga lines. That's the truth.
Yeah.
The real motherfucker who means those words, the fake motherfucker study them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The fake
trying to get
motherfuckers
some.
randomly like, yo, I want.
I eat me when I say I don't go out, and then this nigga surprised when I come home at 12 o'clock.
Mm.
I am.
I am.
I made a statement not too long ago, basically saying that friends do the same thing enemies do.
Yeah.
So
It's all about intention.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
DJ Kel.
mix it in.
DJ KD.
Oh, the ones and twos over there. So it was when people do that, do you feel like that's racist as a DJ? Like, is that a racist? Is irrit like a racial slur to y'all?
You know what? Shockingly, I didn't get that. You know,
you didn't get the race.
I didn't get that. Hey, what's up, bro? Eerie. You know,
You didn't get the hard R?
I didn't get. Now some people be like Eric. They be like Eric.
Eric is
Eric. You know, nah, I didn't really get too many. Now I do get some like harsh remarks. We'll talk about that later with the DJing thing, but not the noise, not the scratch noise. So nah,
You don't get that.
That's funny though.
If you ever that's insensitive.
No, that's our word.
Our word.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's a good question. I like that. That's great. That's great.
So like, what were we saying now?
I'm high. I'm not reliable.
Not really.
I was amazed that y'all remember your train of thought. Their brains.
That's why I said I want to come here sober, bro.
Yo. So it's there are people who definitely there are people who definitely who have an intention on being good, but they don't have any practice. You know what I'm saying? So if all you've done is practice protecting yourself from your partner, then you're going to be looking for the cues for what you practice for. You feel me? So, and we've had this conversation. I might be reading her cues based on the cues that I've learned up to now. And like he was saying, if I'm using my past as my metric to determine today's greatness, I'm not going to let it be great on its own. Or fucked up on its own. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. There's this, because in a way it's righteous a little bit. You're how did you get here? But through navigating your past. So there's an honesty in it. You know what I'm saying? There's an honesty in your triggers. This trigger is proof of what you survived and what you know what I'm saying? So when you see like a soldier, they may not have any scars on them, but when you slam a door, something happens. They don't have a control over that.
They got to survive.
And they go into a mode, and you got to kind of like bring them back down. You know what I'm saying? That's proof. Like, oh man, you went through something. You're not bullshitting.
Yeah, same thing with the triggers, bro.
Yeah.
It's just you surviving, and that's what worked.
So,
right.
So,
with that, right? I'm pretty sure there's a way to possibly like get comfortable with situations like that with triggers, right? But if you don't necessarily, what do you do with the trigger? Because you don't want to just give that responsibility to someone else to put you in that comfort zone, but you kind of do expect to be like, just I don't know. I don't know what that is. Like I can't really speak for the military thing, but I know from my own personal triggers. You know, like just let's just say a woman and her phone. Just saying, you know, that's kind of triggering. That kind of scares me a little bit, you know. But it's like I don't want to give her the full responsibility of making sure that I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I know I might sound weird, but
No, you good. I'm just.
it's like like it really scares me because like who you texting, you know?
We literally had this conversation yesterday in like a theoretical forum.
So okay, how about this? So do you feel like it's her responsibility to make sure that you're not triggered?
I
Like, you
feel
know
as
what I'm
if
We sit on the opposite side of this issue.
me and you,
Yeah.
or you and him.
Me and you.
Oh,
Because the way that he posed it to me, I think it would be better to pose it to her.
Okay.
I don't mind it.
Right.
I think personally, like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with keeping somebody honest. That's how I look at it. Like, and this is what I said yesterday. Like, if I tell my daughter to clean my room, do I trust my daughter? Pretty much. That's my kid. I love my kid. But do I check behind her? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not as a tyrant, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? But that's how you keep somebody honest. You know what I'm saying? And if, you know, there's nothing to be found, there's nothing to be found. If I go in your room and it's clean, it's clean.
yeah.
But if it's not, and you told me it was, now we got a conversation. Because you knew that I would take you at your word, and you use that as a barrier sometimes. And unfortunately, in this world that we live in, people hide their secrets behind their privacy. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I personally think if you hide your secrets behind your privacy, you don't deserve either. You know what I'm saying? Just like freedom and protection, you know, freedom for safety. Though, you know what I'm saying, those who, you know what I'm saying, trading under freedom for protection deserve neither. I feel that way about secrets and privacy. You don't get neither one of those things. You're abusing them both. You have to be transparent until you earn that back. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like that's fair. Not just for women, but for men. Like, your woman gets to hold you accountable. And you have to be transparent. You was entertaining bitches. All right. Well, you lost that privilege, bro. Because it's a privilege to be in her life and spend her trust and spend her good faith. And if she didn't leave you off the cuff, transparency.
Yeah.
But the same thing goes back. Yo, you was entertaining these niggas. All right. Well, you don't get that with me no more. There got to be transparency until trust gets built, because there's two forms of trust. There's divine trust. That's called faith. That's you know what I mean? That's
for him.
Sight unseen. Sight unseen. We do it. When you meet your girl, you meet your guy, you trust because you don't have any reason not to. So, but the second form is earned trust, right? And that's called proof. You know what I mean? I gave you faith, spent that. Now I need proof. And that's fair. That's how I feel about it. I didn't say it that dope yesterday. But she said some dope shit yesterday too. So, she had a different perspective.
I don't necessarily have a different perspective. The way that I look at it is there still has to be room where you invite that person into the conversation, because you're not dealing with just yourself. When you're doing something like that, to go behind someone's back, to go through their phone and to look through their private space, you're still betraying them at the end of the day. And when you go and you do that, and then you look and you never say anything about it, you're now withholding a secret. You're being sneaky. It's levels to it regardless. And yourself, you wanting to protect yourself is still going to cost somebody else in some type of form. So do I feel as if, like, when it comes down to it, and just to directly to your thing, because that wasn't necessarily what you're talking about, it was just more so having an insecurity with something and wanting to find a way of how you would be comforted in that. And with these, like, situations, I feel as if this is where it's being an adult. Because to me, going behind somebody's back to go through their shit is childish. You don't know how to have a conversation. If you need to go through their phone, be like, hey, I'm feeling some type of way. Can I go through your phone real quick? You still invited them in the conversation. You still gave them an option. You're still considering that person. When the consideration for another person is not in the picture, you're being selfish. But when you need that type of reassurance, I think that it should be something that's almost of like a 60-40 type of equation. Like, you take care of it, you do the shadow work, you do the healing, but that person should not be actively triggering you.
Yeah.
They should learn your triggers. You should tell them what they are. But if they're deliberately pulling the trigger, what the fuck you expect me to do, bitch? How am I going to heal? I'm going to react to you in some type of way. It's inevitable. You're playing on that line, and I'm asking you not to. So I feel as if it's a responsibility of both people. If you are entertaining someone who is
a socialite.
if you're entertaining, no, if you're entertaining someone,
I was like, damn, that was a good ass word.
Here all week.
If you're entertaining someone who has a tough past and deals with PTSD or anxiety and depression, you're signing up for that shit. You knew this before you got with them, or you learned it, and as they learned it, or whatever, your responsibility is to this person. It's how you take care of them, because that's what love is, essentially. It's how you exchange that love and that energy and that care and that consideration and that loyalty, all of that. Being loyal and righteous and caring to someone is knowing how to not put them in a space that's going to bring them back down again. Mm-hmm. You're not being a good partner at that point.
Knowing how to protect them.
Right. Protection happens on both sides. So if it's a dude and
men can be nurturers too, and niggas need to be nurturing. Niggas come home, pay bills, and just suck my dick, go to sleep. Right. Sorry.
Yeah, so like it was. Do you mind if I bring up the smoking situation? It's like minute or whatever, but like when I was running out of weed and you would ask.
Oh yeah.
So past trauma for myself, dealt with a dude that was basically trying to like call me almost an addict or whatever, and he would ask a certain way.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Allude to like my usage in a proper way to make fun of in a type of way. The whole situation is a thing in its own, but that's the part that you need to hear. He would buy me like weed or whatever throughout the week, and then I would run out. I had to ask him like, "Can you get me some more or whatever?" He'd be like, oh, you ran out already? Damn, you done smoked it up? Jokingly. But to me, that's triggering. Don't fucking do that. Like, relax, nigga. I done made an eighth last 3-4 days. Somebody would have smoked that shit in an hour. Don't do that to me.
Somebody would have threw that in one.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't
They're
do
called
that to me.
family.
That makes me,
I know you niggas.
that makes me feel some type of way because I know that I'm deliberately not doing that. And being that those type of phrases have, you know, some type of effect on me, I don't like when you ask me that way. So can you formulate that question differently so that doesn't rub me wrong? Can you just like, oh, okay, you need some more, I got you. Like, why are you asking me that? You know, I just ran out of it, nigga. Like, the fuck? I'm asking for more. Clearly, I done smoked it. So, like, that, you know what I'm saying? So it depends on the situation, but I feel like it's
Cocaine
where...
is a hell of a drug.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
And this is where Kelda needs signs. Conversation. Good night, y'all.
These beats jobs. No, but
Give me that belt.
I want the strap back. No, but even more so to the question you were saying, and just like Kel said, it's work on both sides, but it's especially with that, it's definitely on who you choose, because there's some women who really, you know, they depend on their phone. You know what I'm saying? There's things that there's goals and aspirations they want. Like I had one chick who wanted to be like a streamer, you know, like a live stream. I was like, okay, cool, whatever, you know. But I got to give you a reprieve on your phone. Like I ain't tripping. But like if you're, you know, a fucking like a nurse, and you know what I'm saying, every time we're around, you're just on your phone all the time, laughing at your phone, blah blah blah. We're not even spending time together. Then yeah, something's up. Like I'm feeling some type of way. So I think you got to do the work, but you also have to be aware, because once you do the work, you know what I'm saying, you're not approaching everyone with these set of rules. There's just certain things you'll see and you'll be like, all right, look, can we, like Kel said, you know, this is triggering for me. You know what I'm saying? This is bothering me.
And you don't even have to go about it that way. You can just simply ask a question like, what you be doing? Like, what's going on?
And
Can I be a part of it? No. What?
No, I'm saying, and what if they lie?
Okay,
I
but
asked that question yesterday.
my thing is, at the end of the day, you don't know. You're not ever gonna know.
Well, I mean,
And, like,
you will.
I mean, right? You're not ever gonna know for sure unless you do. You know what I'm saying? All right, you go through the phone, whatever. But my thing is, this is where it comes into a play of knowing your person. If they're randomly changing up their patterns, they're randomly doing something different, or they're deliberately not spending time with you, or now they're feeling distant, I get it. Like, there's intuition and then there's insecurity.
Because you don't just go through a phone for no reason.
No.
But here's the
something
thing,
is
though.
prompting you to do it. And if nothing is prompting you to do it, to me, I'm sorry, you need to go to therapy. You don't need to be in a relationship. She should.
But here's my thing, though. Like, it makes the assumption that what was that word you used? Intuition is like this one-to-one thing.
Okay, well, discernment. If that's
Or
better.
discernment, like
Or analyzation.
all of those things.
Whatever the fuck
Like
floats your boat.
there's motherfuckers who take care of children their entire lives and don't know that's not their kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I have that in my family, and I'm sure a lot of us do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you saw the thing on King of the Hill. Like, there are
That nigga had a suspicion. He just didn't want to believe it.
But that's the other.
No, Dale did not. Dale was dumb.
Okay, but
Dale
you just
had
said
no
he
idea.
was dumb.
But that's what I'm saying. Bro. He got a
Come
brown
on now.
kid. Him and his milk
Like, are
toast
you
wife.
kidding me?
Like,
That baby don't look nothing like you.
but there's
Or
certain
a
things
family
where
member?
you know that's how that shit come out. But oh well, like there's some rare instances where they go the whole time. There's a blood transfusion or something has to happen. They're not a match, and they're like, wait, what happened? You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the times, them niggas do have an inkling. Like,
Come on, bro.
you was
Why
talking
the
to
fuck is
somebody.
worry a thing?
Wait, or is this his fucking kid?
But what, you know what I'm saying? But then comes the, you know, the moral clause of, you don't trust me.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I've heard women who say, you know, if you get a blood test, it's over.
Yeah, you gotta know who you're
then
dealing with.
So then,
Thank you.
Because
Yeah.
once you hear that and you choose to go through the gauntlet, you've chosen to go through the gauntlet.
Oh.
You
And then
can
my
still,
thing is-
like the Cassie thing, you can still be a victim, but you signed yourself up for that.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone told you what was going to happen. You thought you was going to be different. All right, yeah, you know, that woman
And then, I mean-
in that case would still be a bad person. Well, you know, off of Cassie talking about
the
paternity
paternity,
thing.
yeah.
That woman's still a bad person. But that nigga knew once she said, if you get a blood test, it's over. He's got no standing, and he's still going in there like, oh, well, I trust her. All right, nigga. Well, that's like when women be like, I'm allergic to latex. Let me see your doctor's. You got a note from your doctor,
Right.
I'll go get some sheepskin.
right?
I just made the draft. I'm allergic to latex. I don't know about that.
The niggas be going, but that's the thing, bro. You gotta, there are certain things that, like you say, you gotta analyze. You gotta have discernment. You gotta, motherfuckers just be like, well, I'm gonna take a
maybe there's
chance.
just some really. And
She's a really nice woman.
Yeah,
Maybe there's just
sometimes.
some really great liars.
And that
is.
may
Or
be
it's just
a
some really
thing.
great liars.
Or
great
it's some
liars.
really great pussy,
Come on.
and you just really want it.
Yeah, pussy be lying.
She
all the
drained your balls just right.
Yeah,
She hit the two-hand twist. She
I
can't
said
be
that in my
lying to
song.
me.
Pussy be filled with wet lies.
Yeah.
I said that in my
She can't be lying to me. She hit me with a two-hand twist. She not doing this to nobody
Those are
else.
called well lubricated lies.
That's it.
That's called a callback.
Oh.
I needed my goddamn rim shot. Damn.
And he said you didn't earn it.
It was cheap.
Not enough.
Man,
It's not enough.
I gotta get going. Though.
Yeah, we about to wrap up.
Oh,
We about to wrap up. We about to wrap
Yeah.
up. Hey, yo, man, how do you feel about the show, man?
Man, I'm always happy to be here, man.
Oh man, we
Always
had
happy
fun,
to be
bro.
here.
Yeah, this is our first time back. We haven't been here in like a couple of weeks.
Oh, I thought I'd been missing this. Like,
No, we
missing
didn't.
all
We
of
weren't
it.
here last week
Oh, okay, because that's why.
because we were here since Haney's wedding. Ever since Haney's wedding, we haven't
Oh,
been here.
okay. It's
It
your
was like
fault,
2
nigga.
weeks ago.
This is your fault.
It's just last week. That's crazy. It's only been a week. Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, that. My time has been.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. So much stuff has happened in my life,
Nigga.
bro. But thank you for coming out, man. Halftime Humble in the building, man.
17-time champ.
Yeah.
I'm here with Halftime Humble, DJ extraordinaire, artist amazing, was it producer unbelievable, 17-time world champion, unmatched, incomparable. We'll see you this Wednesday at the Megadome.
At the Megadome.
Right,
Brother.
we're kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah, shout out to M Market Arena hosting SmackDown last night. That was a great show, man. That was awesome. So yeah, I had a lot of
So
fun.
you're a
last
real
night.
big fan.
Real big fan.
I do want to say this before I leave. How do you not be disillusioned? Because I used to love wrestling.
Yo,
But
I'm saying.
There's sometimes I'll be watching, I'm like, this nigga, whatever. It's like when I see someone not sell or somebody like blow a move, it's like watching an NBA player fuck up a layup. And it's
Like a botch move. Like that.
yeah, it's like, I can't, you done took me out of it. I was trying. And you done
How
stopped
do,
and,
so how do you stay in the illusion? How do you
Yeah.
stay into
I
the,
think the storytelling is great
okay.
on it now. I think being older, as a child, that's all you look forward to is the athleticism or the fights, the battles, and everything.
It was everything because it was a story because I really thought these niggas didn't like each other. Like
Right.
and the moves showed it. Like
Right.
the niggas they wasn't in there like doing like weak shit like warming up. They was in there going like
Right.
fuck it, clothesline right off the bat. Like
So-
I've got to
yeah.
teach you a lesson off of that shit you did backstage. Like okay,
The biggest thing for me is one of the biggest reasons why I went back into watching wrestling is because a lot of our childhood wrestlers that we watch had kids. And so I get to watch their kids wrestle.
oh, the other
I get to
thing?
watch their nephews, nieces,
Yeah.
everybody. These generational wrestlers have had kids in the family tree. Like the Usos, that's Rikishi's family. You know
well
what I'm
they've
saying?
always been. That's a crazy bloodline. But yeah,
That's
right.
a huge bloodline. Like it's so many
the
of them.
Samoas, like The Rock and
Yeah.
Rocky Maivia, like what's it? His dad, I can't remember his dad, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
All of them, from Rikishi to Yokozuna to all of them are related.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a whole fucking Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Tamina
all-
Snuka, all of
There's
them.
it's like they're a wrestling bloodline.
Like a dynasty.
They're a dynasty, 100%.
The cover for the wrestling WWE 2K25 is the bloodline tree.
Yeah.
And it shows Roman, it shows Jay, it shows Jimmy.
That's
it shows
what they were going
everybody.
through. That's the thing. Like there's a faction called the Bloodline.
Yeah.
Then they had a faction called the Hart Dynasty. That's all
Right.
Bret Hart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I fuck with it. But I don't know. It's always. I feel like it's always been like that. Like that's one thing I did appreciate though. Like you see these kids grow up in the industry and then become a part of it because their parents are there every fucking week, every night. You know what I'm saying? This is their whole life. Like Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Fucking
Mysterio's Dominic Mysterio just got the belt, and Rey Mysterio, his dad. And I was a big fan of Rey Mysterio back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's really dope all around, man. I like to support it. It's cool. It's harmless. You know.
yeah.
You need to be at work making money. You over here enjoying your life. Them tickets could have got my nails dead.
You damn right. Bro. I spent it on this belt, and I went to see wrestling
17 times.
17 times.
Nah. He'd have been like, you know what? You right, baby. How much did those nails cost? Well, you know, it doesn't matter how much they cost. I'm the 17-time champion. You ragamuffin.
Ragamuffin, yeah.
You know, the Rock used to have a crazy
Rudy
lexicon.
Yeah, he
Rudy
did.
Poo.
Yeah.
Fighting words.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, man. This is Clicked the podcast, man. We out of here. Peace.
Nighter.